I'm gonna wheelchair over to Hayes to assess his wounds.
Figure I can patch
Go ahead
up
and
the
roll.
ship a bit.
Roll a medicine check just to appraise here. You're not physically patching him up, are you? Or if you are, then
Is this right?
No. Hamish is just, Hamish cares about his crew.
yeah. So he's gonna roll a medicine check to perform some Hamish medicine on him.
No, okay.
I mean, Ian can
Not
give
to
him the
physically
rundown
perform, just to give some just to give him some prescriptions. Like Hamish is a very knowledgeable medicine man.
Who's ministering to Hayes right now? I'm gonna talk to them. And is Hayes unconscious?
Hayes is presumably unconscious, yes. I'm assuming, Keen, since you have actual medicine skill, you're doing...
I was trying to
Ian was the one who
does not look
immediately after he got back in.
Yeah, you did first aid.
That Hayes has
I did medicine too. I also failed.
just left living
Oh, I see.
of the
right,
leg
yeah.
variety.
Yeah, I don't think the leg is going to be salvageable.
Yes. Indeed, he will awake to a deep and inglorious agony. It must be soothed with the taste of brandy and the milk of the poppy. You must fetch the opium post, as well as any alcohol we still have in the hold. We must soothe his
John's
pain in any way
character
we can.
try not to prescribe cocaine and opium for every single scratch challenge.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, this is a
Impossible.
little more than a scratch.
You know what's up.
Literally, as soon as...
At once, Keen will motion wildly at those around him to get on
Quickly.
it.
Bring the opium! This man, he needs some morphine.
Yes.
Okay, the crewmates around will frantically rush to the medicine cabinet, searching for any trace of opium that John has not already given to someone else. Or alcohol. That Hamish has not already shot up.
Any other lacerations or cuts aside from his whole fucking leg being lacerated? Well, for that we would need maggots to eat away the dead flesh.
We would also need some eels to
do
some drainage.
We still use maggots. Maggots, legit. Some doctors still use them, and they're not a bad way of getting rid of. Dead
maggots
skin.
are pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyways,
I'm going to choose to believe that you are making this up.
No, he's right.
No.
we used them at least up until World War II, and they were not
They're
bad.
still
They were
used
actually-
today.
They're still used today.
Okay.
Why, you don't like worms? You don't like worms? What
No, I
makes
don't
you not like
worms
worms?
crawling in people's
You
skin.
don't
That's
like-
a little bit of an uncomfortable thought for me.
You don't like baby fucking fruit flies eating remains of your leg?
So hot. What?
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
sure
think you would
Hayes
have
be very
these
much
maggots
into it,
available.
but,
If you'd like to go around and look for some, maybe.
maybe there's some.
To take a
fruit
detour to
flies.
Hybris.
Maybe there's some fruit flies that Keen has for Queenie, and
That
and
actually
they
is a reasonable argument.
Be,
Do bats
kept in captivity.
do bats eat
I believe they-
flies? Yes, they do. There you go. Yeah. No. Yeah. Would you like to prescribe maggots for the wound here?
Each bat eats between 600
Yes,
and 1,000
I prescribe the
insects
maggots.
in an hour.
Yes,
So
I
don't
will
think that would be
prescribe the maggots. I'm
I
envisioning
think that'd be something Keen would have on hand, but yeah,
some amount, probably.
maybe.
Some amount, maybe, because it's funny.
Sure, yeah.
This is way funnier.
Sure, we can breed maggots with the fruit fly. And
Right. So
just throw them.
The Queenie does not seem particularly pleased with your usage of her food source to eat Hayes' legs. But
Looking
nonetheless,
for
she will oblige.
Archimedes! Queenie crawls into him.
And then when we need to remove the maggots, we just have
That
the maggots
no,
go to
that's
town.
terrible. That's horrible. Let's stop there. Let's
Okay.
just not really worry about those. I think. Let's just let's
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure this will turn out great.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. We'll give him the excess opium we'll have it on hand for when he wakes up.
Excess. Well, we always got excess opium going on. Ayo!
Yeah. And then we'll slowly start introducing maggots to the wound area, I guess. Great. Okay. Off to Caroline.
Wait, does anyone have Mr. Bach's current email?
I don't know.
Did it change?
I mean, is it the same? Is it still kbachhold or kbach@summitps.org?
Maybe let's not talk about Mr. Bach's email on
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
a
No,
recorded thing.
Okay. Never mind. Yeah. Continue.
All right.
Somebody DM it.
I don't see why it wouldn't be. Let me just say that. Okay. So your characters are going to attend to Hayes' wounds in a novel fashion. You can't quite speak to the efficacy of these methods, but Hayes does seem to recover over the next few days as you make your way towards Carillon. The sky goes from being a very rocky, battle-filled, battle remain-filled spaces to becoming much colder as you move towards the chilly north. In theory, this is where Carillon and Lustrum would be. Is there? I'm assuming that your characters are all chilling, but interrupt me if there's anything else you want to do before you reach it. So, after a few more days. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, how much of Hayes' leg is gone?
How much do you want to be gone? Like as little as possible, or like you just want me to lop off the whole leg? Hey, you can roll it. We can roll a luck check. Tell me what you want, and then we'll roll luck.
I don't know. I think a peg leg would be cool.
Okay.
Like a little below the knee. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and roll your luck.
Oh no, my luck is very bad.
It's okay.
The leg stay.
Okay. No, it's more so a little above the knee.
Oh.
You've got half a thigh here.
Okay.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it's not impossible to fix, of course. You've heard crazy stories out here. You're sure that, in theory, if you went to the right place, you could find a way to perhaps get a new leg. But that might be
become creative.
Yeah, that might be a bit much. It is another few days of sailing through the darkened skies before you reach Carillon. It is a very quiet place, and I have the wrong music playing because Carillon has much more pleasant things. Let's see if we can find it here.
Can talk to some devils.
Yes. How quiet it is, and what's that smell? Eggs? Sulfur? It is dark and peaceful, and the stars are very few in this reach of the sky, but the silence is nonetheless eerie. Morris,
is it just like
Morris tries to sing
silence?
at one point. No, it's not total silence. It's just very quiet compared to everywhere else in the sky. There's not many other ships. There's not really any wind. It's just very quiet ambiently. Morris decides to try to burst into a shanty, and the other crew members are like, shh, shh. All right then. Sorry about that. But you can see Carillon's domes in the distance, vaulted red glows, presumably filled with devils, but also many patients as well, many skyfarers such as yourselves. You know that they are partial to the Windward Company here, but shouldn't be an issue given your position in the war. What do you plan? Pull up?
So
Stop for a
We're gonna go in. He's gonna go in. He needs to go in. He needs to run forward for it.
Okay, so you you dock the ship, and it hisses to a stop amongst the pressurized domes. This peaceful Carmine institution was founded by devils from London and dedicated to the betterment of the soul. Botheridge's A Tour of Heaven describes it as a cross between a spa, a sanatorium, and purgatory. She commends its bracing airs. So let's see here. Would you like to pause in this sort of... there is a courtyard next to the docking station, which is very, very empty. Every now and then you can see somebody walking around, but it's more so often the Carillon proper. Overall, it's quite quiet. There's paths over to the sides, and then there's Carillon's main foyer, but perhaps you'd like to go for a short waltz, a short constitutional before you step into the Carillon proper.
That's such a good name for a hike, though. A constitutional. Okay, I think Hamish is curious about seeing what it's like. So
I love the word constitutional. So
he'll ask Aja to wheel him around. He'll ask Aja Solomon.
Schwimmkopf, mein Junge.
Yeah.
Right. So you take some of the side paths around the rather small courtyard, and the path eventually leads you to a broken statue, seemingly ignored by the devils of Carillon except for whoever placed the freshly lit candles at its feet. The face is poorly carved, but its features are unmistakable. The burrower below stares at you through one gemstone eye and an empty socket, a far cry from the thousands it normally bears. There are a number of trinkets at its feet.
What is the burrow below this is one of the gods, or
yes, it is a god of the sky. So your characters... here, Hamish, why don't you roll your occult?
Yeah, sure.
Aha, we can have a PC read off the description.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah,
I can send
success.
You. Yeah, why not? Let me send you the stuff here. Bam.
A deity of the skies. They say that the burrower... They say that the burrower gnaws at the roots of heaven and associates with fog, promises, and punishment. As many aspects. I do not put much stock in the gods of the sky. As I have made it clear, I believe there is only one Lord. But some may find solace in these strange idols. Whatever they give. But, yes, it is one of many such deities. I suppose if any of you have questions, I could acquiesce some knowledge. Though my nose for the occult it's a bit rusty.
Otherwise, you could simply... No, go ahead.
King will leave a candle at its feet.
He's going to actually leave a candle. Are you sure you don't want to take maybe some of the things that are there? No. You could. I mean, it's just a shrine.
Is there anything of particular value
God's
there?
real or no? That doesn't seem like a good idea.
There's a few interesting little devil-made trinkets there.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to steal from
artifacts,
devils
and leave them. Okay.
Well, it's not stealing. This person gave it away, so in theory, they might even be happy to see that it's gone when they come back.
I'm sure that the burrower would not.
Yeah, I mean, it could be like, what if it could be like a church like donation box, and you're basically like stealing from it, so that might not be. They might not be pleased.
That's more the idea.
Although I don't know if Keen cares.
I think Keen is superstitious enough at this point to care. after what happened recently, there's like anything's possible, man. Don't want to mess with the gods anymore. Done with that. But Keen will let Queenie out to fly around for a little bit and stretch her wings.
Sure, that's good.
Yeah.
She seems to enjoy the air around here, given the emptiness, relative lack of too many variables. It's pleasant to fly around in. And so you find a candle and light it. One of them that has maybe burned its wick down a little bit somehow. Relight it and place it at the feet of the statue. It is the raw material of nightmares, to be clear, but there is something soothing about the idea that even a beast like this might be harnessed, that there is a chance of such an ally for those who crack the code of offerings and prayers, assuming it's actually listening, which is somewhat impossible to tell. But the thought that it even might is something to hold on to in the dark.
Okay. That's reassuring. Shall we enter Carolyn proper?
Yeah, check your DMs, by the way, Keen.
Yes, why Teddy? Yeah.
Let's go.
Alright, so Keen seems to be in kind of like melancholy but good spirits. So you enter Carolyn's foyer, which is gray stone, the color of a monastery. Attending devils and devilesses dressed in uniform come about, and an incoming parade of the sick, the friendless, the dying, and those who think their lives would be better if only there were something else is around. This is Carolyn, where souls are refined into something much more impressive. There is, of course, you're of course welcome to walk about Carolyn to perhaps report on some of the goings-ons. If you would like to seek treatment for yourselves, you could look even for the deviless, the presiding deviless, that is. Let me think here. Or, let's see. You could actually go into the various gardens of Carolyn and the various steps, palisades. But of course, you would imagine that you would need to actually be interred to do so.
Just to clarify, I'm here, right? Am I here?
Yeah, you're here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone is here.
We can
And
get you
just
in a
to
wheelchair or
clarify-
something. Well, you don't have a peg leg.
These
He'll wheel
devils,
you around.
they're not like
Well,
actual,
I was assuming I could
like
find-
conventional devils, aren't they?
I mean, they're a little different from what you might typically think, but they are, in canon, literally just devils. Yeah, like actual devils from hell that left. Because there was a big upheaval and they were all like, this is stupid, and then they left.
Yeah.
They look
Reasonable.
humanoid though, like very humanoid, right?
Yeah, they're like, they look pretty much like humans with like weird
Yeah.
eyes, usually. Some of them are like,
That's the main
usually they're
distinguishing
red.
factor.
Well, they also smell like sulfur and brimstone. And they can see
Hmm.
your souls, so they're a little eccentric in that regard. But yeah, their eyes aren't super consistent. In Sunless Skies, usually they're yellow. In Sunless Seas, they're usually like kind of an off red or like weird bugginess. And then in Fallen London, they're like searchlights, super bright red. But
Oh my god.
yeah, I don't know. There's a number of different ones.
We can assume that all of that is present here, then, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I would assume that it's just like there are various different things. But like, let me think. Yeah, like there's
a
like
picture of that somewhere, right? I think there's an in-game one, right?
there's one from Sunless Skies, which is like kind of chilling. I think this one's from Fallen London, but it's super low res for some reason. I don't know.
Does seeking treatment at Carolyn cost money?
It will cost you something, but it doesn't always money necessarily.
that's oddly foreboding.
Okay. Other question. Is there like any in lore like are people who are still like Christian in Sunless Skies, do they care that the devils are devils from hell, or are they like repulsed?
No, typically
or
not. They're
Okay.
very much integrated into society.
they're
You
just
can
they're just
even
kind of seen as
interpret
like
it
a
like-
different
Yeah, at
people,
their
like
point, it's
devils.
kind of
Who
just like
purposefully
God
left
fearing.
hell, who
Yeah.
like revolted, you know?
Yeah, it's more so
Maybe
just
you
like they'll have
actually
a
love
healthy
them.
respect.
I mean,
And
It's-
the
it's
devils
funny-
in Carolyn specifically are like particularly dedicated to just like improving souls. Like you can
I
get
see.
free treatment money wise.
Oh, cool. Okay.
it's funny to think that Hamish is always like screaming about Beelzebub, servants of Lucifer, and then he sees like actual devils, and he's like, "Oh, hey, what's good?" He doesn't.
Well, they are
care.
definitely like they're not like the most casual thing in the world. Like if you know that they're a devil, like you know that they could probably kill you if they really wanted to, but
Yeah.
they're not going to do that.
Yeah, if you're like not addicted to them, I guess.
Hamish never makes people unreasonably angry for no particular reason. Yeah.
Because of his weird, like, old-timey American, like, Christian identity.
So I take
Okay,
it then
no.
that they have certain innate magical or certain innate magic then?
Yes, they can see souls. They can
Okay.
mess with them. They can describe your souls if you're curious for a little diagnosis.
Yeah, Keen would like to, I guess, try and write a port report. Just like go around the place.
Right.
And then if he
Okay.
has time, talk to the presiding deviless.
Okay. So you would like to
Yeah.
how you say report upon the port,
And
perhaps.
get our
Yes,
souls a little
yes.
diagnosed. See, like, surely none of us need treatment. We're all a pretty functional crew, but like, it's worth checking, you know.
Yeah. So you walk around, Keen, and take some notes on a pilgrim's journey through Carillon. The first port of call is the beehive-shaped office in the center, or more accurately, the long queue leading into it. From there, the infernal attendants direct you to one of Carillon's 7 gardens to undergo penances. They certainly look penitent by the time that they emerge. Presumably, their souls are much improved, not that you can tell just by the looks of them. At the very least, their psyches seem to be perhaps maybe not so intact.
Oh, I see.
What does
Question.
actually improving a soul mean? This does not look like improvement.
The devils have strange magics, but from what I have heard, they are somehow effective in their goals. I am not certain how.
I just make them more expensive.
Your soul is not your mind. They're two different things. But yeah, I guess they're
True.
meant to hurt one when they help the other, to some degree.
I like Hayes' take. Yeah. Huh.
Shall we head over to the head deviless then? I think we all
So
were
you're
curious.
gonna step into the line.
We have easy access to them. Oh, there's a line.
Easy
okay.
access is an no. There is a very long queue. I did mention
Okay.
in the port report. But if you're willing to wait, it's not like there's anything else happening around here, in a way.
No,
Not
like we're doing
particularly.
anything.
There are
Okay,
shops if you want to. There is a refueling station, rather, if you want to spend some time to fill the ship up.
Yeah, and
How are
I've
we
probably
doing on
delegated
fuel?
some. I've probably delegated some tasks to some of our people to like continue fixing the ship and like
Okay.
taking inventory of things. I should probably make some kind of repair check later on, because I think our ship lost a good amount of structure there.
Right. So, Carillon here sells supplies and exports chorister nectar, which is mostly from a very small shop called Grimoires. But it has a solid selection of comestibles and several reliable vintages of chorister nectar. It's said, at least according to him, that he retrieves a tithe of it from the nearest hive, which devils are particularly fond of for some reason. But how much do you want today? The supplies, the nectar, what kind of things does your ship need?
What kind of things does our ship need?
Oh, would you like to roll, let's see, operate heavy machinery?
I in theory should just know this. I shall roll. Let us see.
What is chorister nectar used for? Is it just for eating?
Or success.
It
is
can
rather
be
what I should
eaten.
say.
It's also a basis for, like, honey drugs. And I'm maybe forgetting other uses of it, because I'm pretty sure there's at least a few more major ones, and I just can't remember them. I could probably look it up.
I figure people wouldn't mess with
Yeah, I don't think
choristers
you would
unless
know that much.
it was absolutely super useful.
It is a
because
very tasty
Choristers
thing. Yeah, you did have a run-in with them.
Yeah.
they're
Those
kind of
things are
nasty.
Hecka scary.
Yeah, so
Very big.
that's almost a hard success. So Aja, you can tell. I mean, your ship needs like a bit more scrap metal to repair things with. That would be nice, but unfortunately, looking around, it doesn't look like that's going to be an option. But maybe in Lustrum or Wolves the Engine Yard, if you go back to Winchester, you can get that patched up. Your ship has sustained some not insignificant damage from the event. It has caused some amount of damage to your thrusters. The event, yes. You're pretty decent on supplies. You could maybe use a few more days, but the bigger issue is that you're probably going to be running pretty low on fuel by the time that you reach Lustrum. So you will.
Do we know if Lustrum sells better? Sorry.
Do you? Let's see here.
Quick! Hamish, make a check.
We probably should have considered this.
Probably a
before.
navigation check would be in order.
We need to figure out if Lustrum sells fuel so that we can decide whether or not to buy it here.
Well, you don't have fuel here, unfortunately. They don't sell it.
Didn't you say there was a refueling?
No, it's like resupplying. They have supplies.
Okay.
This is also accurate to the game. They do not sell fuel at Carillon.
Okay.
There's a couple of ports like that, which is why I hate them.
Yeah, I've ran into a lot of them. Sorry.
Parliament does not sell fuel.
Oh. That's weird.
Then Brabazon.
Navigation? Is that what you need to roll?
Yes, can you roll navigation? And don't forget to check off your skills when you roll them, too. If you succeed, that is. Oh, okay.
Hard success.
So you know that Lustrum does, in fact, sell fuel, and it sells it for pretty cheap, too. So it should not be exorbitant prices whatsoever. It should be pretty reasonable. It's not the cheapest fuel in the skies, but it's not too bad.
It'll run our ship.
Yeah, they do
That's
drill
the
for
important
oil.
part.
Yeah, the bigger issue would just be if you had to make any detours on your way to Lustrum. Luckily, it's quite close, so you would be very surprised. But if you got into any trouble, you might have an issue. You're not
Clearly
sure.
we won't run into any trouble.
Yeah, you're pretty
it's just
sure.
empty space out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we bought some barrels, right?
Of ours, yes, you did.
Yes. Okay. There is a prospect at Carillon.
Yes, there it is.
Yes. Okay. I'm so glad I checked that. When you have a minute, Aja, I guess I'm waiting in the line, but you should sell those hours. There's a devil here who will buy them.
Oh, do you have the listing with you? Where would I find this devil?
You could probably go
I'm sure
about.
if you ask around.
Just ask around. Okay. Well, I guess I can go. While they wait in line, I can go back, go make sure the repairs are going well, and maybe like grab Maurice to like help me carry the barrels and stuff, or find this devil first rather, and then they can pick up the barrels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be good to make some money here. It would actually just be good to make some money. Any money?
Do the money making.
Sorry, I'm looking for something here, and I can't seem to find it. That's the one I was looking for. Okay. So you go over to the hold and check the barrels and start hauling them out. So Morris takes one of them, rolls it down. You take one of them, roll it down. Rutledge loads them onto another, what's it called, dolly, right? I would assume that they'd still use those in the 1920s. I think that was a common piece of tech. But unfortunately, as you're going to the second to last barrel, you realize that somebody has been careless with how they fastened this. It looks like one of them wasn't securely fastened at all and has split, spilling the precious hours across the floor in the area where it was. You're surprised you didn't notice it earlier, to be honest. You notice... You realize you noticed this while you were in the midst of the battle. There were a couple of odd ticks from your watch. Now you notice that your watch is completely on the fritz. You hadn't checked it because there wasn't really a particular reason to, nor had you cross-referenced it. But it becomes obvious as you're standing so close that your watch is moving rather oddly.
Wait, so what exactly are hours?
Literally,
How is it
like
barrels?
Literal
like
hours.
times in mineral. So like whenever you go from the reach to like if you take a like one of the portal-ish things to a different world, you either have to pay in hours or in,
Money, and then they use it to
basically
buy
you have to
hours.
use hours.
Yeah, it
to
depends.
travel.
It depends on which one you're doing. Like I think in Eagles Empyrean, you can pay them in munitions, and they'll take those. And if you go from the Reach to Albion, you can use Mystery Stamp permits. And if you go from Albion to Eleutheria, I think it's free or like a stupidly high price if you're not the person who actually built the relay and stuff like that.
Yep.
Huh.
But yeah, they're basically time, and they mess with time.
You reckon that
Okay.
it would probably be Hamish's call
It's weird.
whether to take them or not.
The spilled hours? I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like trying to collect those from the sky would be like kind of dangerous, right?
Yeah, it's not the safest thing. Strictly speaking, the safest thing would just be to dispose of them quickly and don't miss any of them that spilled. Make sure to get all the dust. The other option is you were asked for this specific amount of barrels, so you could ask your crew to take them and put them back in, which would expose them to the stray solemn hours unspooling in the hold. But waste not, right?
That does not seem like the last option does not seem safe. I
I
think.
think we keep our crew safe.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Oh,
yeah,
come
Hayes
on.
just got injured.
The ship is
Money.
nothing without its crew, you know?
Well, you could always
We gotta
send one of the
stick together.
NPCs.
We're a
Yeah.
family on this vessel.
Are there crew to be hired at Carolyn?
There are
no.
not.
Hold on.
That is
Okay,
also
technically we're all in
extremely
different places
questionable.
and we can't be talking to each other, but also we're not hiring people to
We can
go.
say that you like Aja was like, "Hey, yeah, so the hours aren't maybe not doing so hot," and then
Yo, Mr. Hamish.
called everyone over. Mr. Hamish.
So I think this devil will just have to deal with one less barrel. I'm sure they will still
We're going to
pay
be
me up.
losing a decent amount of money on this.
Yeah, well, listen, okay, sorry, I don't know what voice I was doing there.
Go
Well-
on, Chris.
I understand your concern with profits, but we've had too many close run-ins lately during our travels. I think it's better to play it safe.
We'll still be getting some.
Packaging that is worth, what, 230 sovereigns to us?
Oh my gosh. Look, Hayes just lost a leg, okay? I don't want an accident with ours. They're volatile little things. You see?
Is that correct, though? Are
Yes.
hours volatile?
Yes, they are.
Yes. Okay.
As valuable as they are, well, there's a reason why they're valuable. It's because they're dangerous to handle, and we've already had enough run-ins with death for the last few weeks. I think it's fine to just miss out on a payday for now. We're going to get paid and other things either way.
Keen will shrug it away. It's fine. Just. Sure. Fine.
You want some
Yeah.
money?
So we will sell one less barrel than we intended. We will still make some money, and all of our crew will be safe. Good luck in
Okay.
this line. I shall
I have
go
to
oversee
go-
the selling.
I'm gonna do something. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. So you get rid of them, sweep them off the deck as fast as possible and as safely as possible. By the end of it, you do note that your beard has grown more than you feel like it should have, and you're pretty sure you got at least a centimeter here. It's fine. It's fine. You're fine. Nothing happened. You're fine. And you take Morris and haul out the hours, asking around for a bit before you find the specific devil. Let's see here. Go ahead and roll. Actually, that's fine. You'll eventually find him, so I don't think you'll need to roll. Let's see here.
Oh my god, we can have Queenie scout him out.
Big brain. Yes, so he's a rather trim man in a sort of cream-colored suit. with a rather dashing-looking cane and lapel pin to accompany it. Ah, I see you've brought my, I suppose, tithe. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So you've brought my shipment. Well, let me take a look over these, he says, and he makes a rather dramatic flourish as you hand over the barrels. Seems to be in order. I'm sorry, what was the agreed upon sum?
150 sovereigns a barrel?
150, are you sure?
Yes.
I believe so.
I seem to recall 140. I'm afraid I only have that much money on my person at the moment.
Oh my god. For reference, these are 80 a barrel. So we're still making a decent amount of money, but
I think, do we bother to haggle this? Aja would rather just take the money, I feel.
sorry, let me just do a tiny bit of math. Okay, we're still making 160 sovereigns on this total if we just take 140.
And how we lose? How many barrels do we have?
We're losing 44 barrels, I believe.
Yes.
Unless
Correct.
we bought less.
Sure, you cannot grab more? Or
This would be a luck check probably. But can we see if we have a copy of the original
the original posting? Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
you can roll a luck check.
prospect? Let's see.
should have regained by D10
Okay.
luck. right?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Sorry,
Um,
what did you want to ask him, Aja? I'm sorry, I forgot what you said.
Oh, I'm just saying I should have regained my D10
Oh,
luck.
okay. Yeah.
Oh my god, me too.
Yeah.
Doesn't change anything, but Keen's kind of done with this type of thing. If nobody else wants to haggle it, Keen will just take the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is too much effort.
Alright, well, I'm terribly sorry about that. But thank you for your delivery nonetheless.
Thanks for doing business with you.
Yes, and if you do happen to come across that extra barrel, I wouldn't bother bringing it here, but thank you, nonetheless. This should serve my purposes still. He says, and he will, he snaps his fingers, and a couple of Carillon attendants who are dressed in kind of these pinkish-colored uniforms will take the hours away. I don't know why that was so difficult for me to say. Sorry about that.
Alrighty. Money made.
Obtained. Yeah.
Right.
So go ahead and all of you will gain. Let me see here. /2 to your credit rating score.
Nice.
So make a little money back.
$2 of us?
Yeah, all of you.
Sweet.
Credit rating 2, you said?
Yes.
I'm up to 23 credit rating.
Yeah, you're doing pretty well.
I'm so not poor.
Yeah, not even in the slightest, to be honest. Okay. So let's see here. So you continue onwards to the Deviless's office. You go back to Hamish, who's sitting in queue, keeping your spot, along with presumably at least one other person, probably like Hayes or something like that.
He can wheel himself around.
Yeah, worst case scenario.
I was figuring I could find a crutch.
He's actually explicitly not supposed to wheel himself around.
Yeah, you can make a crutch out of some things. We could say that you spent the last few days jury rigging that.
Okay.
It's probably, you've got Aja who's good with tools, and you've got a ship.
I'm sure
which probably
Keen has a
random
fanciful
things.
cane that you can
Yeah,
jerry rig something onto.
a beautiful cane. Be like, hey,
Yeah.
hey, Asher, can I borrow your cane? What? Okay, so you decide to go speak to the Artisan of Souls here. The Deviless works in an office shaped like a beehive with a stone and wickerwork building that stands all alone in the middle of Carillon's central courtyard. She conducts intake interviews with the new patients one by one, and after a very, very long time in line, you reach her desk at last, which has a very faint smell of sulfur. It's almost a pleasant smell, if it weren't for the fact that it was sulfur, and inherently cannot be pleasant. It's almost like saffron to turmeric, if it smells like rotten eggs.
I hate sulfur.
Yeah.
But her apron is starched, her dress pinstriped. There is a stack of patient files on her desk, color-coded. The corners of her mouth says she might know something to your disadvantage. Well, welcome all of you. How may I stretch, strain, and purify you today?
Oh, she's scary.
I'm just.
I don't know, man. I would want to be stretched and strained by a devil, let me tell you.
I'm just here looking for a diagnosis, man.
So Keen is like, oddly,
Please tell me what's wrong with me.
his blood is flowing.
Yep.
A simple diagnosis. Well, may I have a name? She says, and opens up a drawer, pulls out a new file. It's sort of an ashy color for you, Keen.
Oliver Keene.
Oliver Keene. Yes. And are you looking to open a file for your friends as well?
Not right
Do any
now.
of you want a file opened?
Not right now.
I see.
Case? Wait, sorry, what'd you say?
I see. Oh. You're good.
Okay.
All right.
What's going on?
She's asking if you would like a little diagnosis and to open a file here at Carillon.
I said in my haze voice that I'm good.
This is her, for the record. I probably should put that in Sunless Guys chat. People are going to be like, why are there these random people being posted? That's okay. But that's how she looks like. Which also occurs to me that I actually have the wrong voice for her, but I kind of like this one, so it works. So it's fine. It's fine. It works. Life is good.
It works.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Well, Mr. Keene, it appears that you are a ministry agent. Am I correct in that statement?
Yes.
I see.
How did she know that?
Well, you're not, I suppose, too far down. Your soul is all right. Icy to the touch. Dispassionate. Clinical, removed. Cold, in other words. But
Damn.
there's other, shall we say, swirls in there. You're not past redemption, my friend, but it will take you some amount of effort to get there.
And what would you suggest for this?
Well, I would recommend that you spend some time here in Carillon, get some new perspectives, indulge yourself, shall we say, in some different things.
What is a matter of payment? I'm not exactly flowing with money right now.
Well, it depends. I'm looking for something. Wait, did I say cold? I meant clear. No, I meant cold. I meant cold. No, I meant cold. I meant cold. 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 Well, to cure a cold soul, you will certainly need some form of penance, but the option is up to you. If you're looking to simply go with the easier methods, there are, well, indulgences that can be dealt with through money. Otherwise, you'll likely need some corrective meditation, we call it, although the choice of it is up to you. Spend some time in the Bell Garden, perhaps? A man of your stature, what might suit you? Perhaps the checkerboard garden.
Okay.
So she's telling you to touch grass. She's telling you that you're too cold and clinical, and that you should go do something fun. What devilish
God.
advice?
Jeez. It's too close to home.
Spend some time in the stunted grove, perhaps, I would say, once you've found yourself. It's an interesting place, quite nice. Very uncomfortable. But visually quite appealing.
Okay. That Keen, without having seen this, will be very confused, but will nod along.
Well, if you don't have time now, it's not like your soul will be getting better or worse anytime soon. Oh, well, it could certainly grow worse. You're a Skyfarer, I take it.
That I am. For the
Yes,
moment.
well, there are worse things for you. I would say, however, I do not advise visiting Caduceus if you are seeking to go through the skies. Are you a fan of Eleutheria?
I've never been.
Good, perhaps don't then. They won't take too kindly to you there.
No.
Next.
Okay.
Is anyone else
we will step out of
reading?
line.
Yeah.
Then you'd have to open up a file.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think-
under the impression that Hayes is also wanting some appraisal.
Well, I don't think I said that, but
Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind, no. Take it back then.
well, but I would like to note that through the whole thing, he looks like he really, really wants to.
Okay. He's like, he wants to, but he doesn't want that kind of personal look in there.
Yeah.
I see. Interesting.
I guess Keen will motion is just at Hayes one more time. Are you sure?
Okay, as you
You wanna-
turn,
you wanna go?
she pauses. Well, no, there is something else.
Nope.
It's rather... It's unpersistent, incurious, lacking. I hadn't noticed it earlier. No, I would say that might also be something worth looking into, Mr. Keen.
My lack of curiosity?
No. I would say greed might be perhaps more accurate.
Hmm.
Maybe you've found yourself lying as a matter of course. Maybe you've forgotten a few inconvenient aspects of yourself, but... Spend some time in the Terrace of Glass Statues.
Okay. I guess.
I'm sure you can interpret for yourself what I mean.
Right. Of course.
Well, will that be all for you? She says, and she snaps the folder shut with Keen's newly found information within.
Yeah. That'll be all. Yes. Have a good day. And Keen
And
will
you as well.
hastily get out.
And the rest of you
Okay.
are all going to be like, okay, that was weird. I think I'm alright.
Yeah, that was very weird. I guess I can say this would be as we leave, not in her presence.
See,
Well, she's
Do you
probably
think-
used to it.
Do you think you gained anything from that, King?
I think
He's
she
getting
probably
some
told me a lot of
advice.
things. But I guess maybe.
Interesting.
Maybe there's
Almost
something to
makes
it.
me want to ask, but I think I shall abstain,
I mean, you could ask her more about what they do here if that was your bigger worry.
I don't need
Seems-
anyone prying into my insides.
Yeah, Arch is probably a little dubious of this whole endeavor. Like, doesn't want to get more entangled than he has to.
Yeah, I guess Aja probably doesn't like devils, huh?
Not a ton.
It's a fair stance to take. They're a curious lot. From what I've
Well
seen
then,
here.
do we have anything else left to do? This strange port. I don't think so.
Can Keen take a peek inside the Garden of Glass Statues, I believe?
Yeah, if you'd like
I guess
to
we can.
just kind of like walk down and sort of like look at what these
I do
places
love
are all
art.
like.
Yeah.
Perhaps
So
they will have some interesting things I could attempt to replicate. We shall see.
why can't I? Okay, so she
I
recommended
did
that you
not want
visit
to
the
recreate
the
penances
stunted.
upon us.
Yeah, she recommended that you visit the Stunted Grove and the Terrace of Glass Statues, which are in that order. So passing down the steps, you quickly move through the many gardens of Carillon, passing by the Gaslight Terrace, the Bell Garden, the Checkerboard Garden, and eventually reaching the Stunted Grove. Let's see here. The thorn bushes grow here, thorns an inch or more long. There are paths between them, but it is hard to pass by without tearing one's clothes. The devils who work here have scratches on their forearms, though they do not seem to mind it, and there's not a single comfortable place to sit. You imagine that you could certainly engage in some more traditional asceticism here. There's some interesting characters milling about. Many people who are in very uncomfortable poses, whether willingly or not. There's some people who seem perfectly at peace with it, and some people who seem so far into the discipline of treatment that they simply don't have another way of life at this point. There is, interestingly, one person sitting on a stool, eating vast quantities of sorbet for unknown reasons. You figured you could maybe strike up a conversation if you really wanted to. Would Keen like to tarry a bit, spell in here, or move on?
A very pointed place, huh?
You could say that. He's been waiting. He's been waiting to say that one.
Sorbet, kind of in contrast to the rest of the ritual here.
Yeah, like a serious amount, for the record.
Okay.
What exactly is a serious amount of sorbet?
Well, she's seated on a stool,
Like,
eating
more
from an
than your
enormous
average sorbet.
barrel of violet sorbet.
Oh, a barrel.
Yeah, there's probably enough for like a whole like bunch of clowns here. Her lips are blue, her fingers are sticky. There's purple on her frock. Wasps are interested in the surrounding area here.
I'll approach this odd figure of consumption and maybe just ask,
Okay.
like, excuse me,
King will walk in too then.
out of
Trying his best not to tear his
if we may interrupt with some questions. Like, may we interrupt you?
Yes, I suppose so. She says, and she puts down her spoon for a moment to greet you.
What might be the purpose of this endeavor? Purely out of curiosity, it looks,
Well, I'm here on behalf of a viscountess who doesn't love her children. She's waiting back in London for me to deliver her penance, she says. And the supervising devil next to her pointedly sets another spoon at her elbow and gives just kind of like this eyebrow raise towards the sorbet. And she's like, yes. And continues eating.
I'll back off then. Okay. So that woman is doing penance for a noble far away in their place.
And can I ask the devil, what is the point of the sorbet?
Oh, you wouldn't understand, he says. But there is a reason, I assure you. It is rather metaphysical.
Huh.
Okay.
I'll leave it to your mortal interpretation.
capitalism moment.
Of course, if you are feeling generous and pitiful, you're welcome to step in on her part.
I think not.
Would anyone like to take up a penance for someone else?
You're not sure how long you could eat sorbet for. It sounds quite nice, given the rations that you've been eating for the last few days. But on the other hand, do you really want to be eating sorbet for hours on end?
No.
Oh, God.
The whole
Okay.
wasp aspect of it also doesn't seem to be particularly appealing. One of them buzzes kind of close to you, Aja, and gets kind of near you.
Wait, what does?
Some
wasp.
wasps.
Oh.
That noise.
Let's keep moving.
Yeah. Down to the terrace of glass statues. Then.
Just like, alright, that was weird. So you pass by the sand garden, which is more of an actual desert. Heading over, continuing down more steps to the Garden of Insatiable Roses, which is, well, interesting looking, given the aggression of the plants that grow here. It's very much a reach thing here, until you finally reach the terrace of glass statues. It is very simple. It has a bunch of abstract statues around this terrace. It's definitely one of the furthest gardens from the Carillon proper, set upon a platform apart from the rest of it. And people simply seem to be staring into them.
We'll take a minute and stare into one of them. Does he see anything?
Yes, standing in front of these statues, it melts into your pose, looking you in the eye. Its face is your face, minus a few marks of character. And it is still just as transparent as you in the eyes of the devils.
Oh.
Supposedly... No, actually, I'll save that one. You could ask some of the supervising devils if you would like how to go about this.
Yeah, I guess I will. What is the purpose here? Are you supposed to stare at yourself and?
Well, it becomes complicated. Well, here we treat flatterers, the excessively malleable, and those who don't know themselves quite well enough. Would you happen to set yourself in those realms?
I guess the head deviless would place me there. Yes.
Well then, do you have the time for such an ordeal?
Are we trying to leave particularly quickly?
I doubt it, Keen. We should be on our way, likely. Unless
I
you
guess I
feel
don't
it
have the time
especially
now,
needed.
but I'm curious nonetheless.
Perhaps we will return at a later date, and we can mess with this some more. But
An overabundance of caution lies within you. I'm not saying that this is an unwise decision on your part, although I would recommend in your order of business staying topped off, shall we say. But he looks towards you, Aja.
I find that caution suits me well,
Suits you well.
and my crew.
Does it? Or does your caution merely deny inevitabilities? Put them on the back burner until they burn the house down.
Isn't that life, my friend? Delaying the
Is it?
inevitable.
Perhaps for you. It is one way to look at it.
Shit.
I would call it closer to a willful abandonment of talent and interest.
Whoa. This dude's roasting you.
Aja will like open his mouth and kind of like go silent and like think and be like, just turn to to Keen and just be like, we should go.
Okay. Sure. Sure. Yeah.
Audra will remember this.
Do not let this hurt your pride. I mean it in the most objective sense possible.
Wait, do not what?
Do not let this hurt your pride. I mean this in the most objective sense possible.
Understood. Good, sir.
Perhaps you would do well with some time. But it seems that you know yourself well enough. The question is whether you'll accept it.
I'm getting out of here. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Okay, so Haji, you're just like, all right, Hamish, we're going. I'm wheeling you off. Okay. So you take the whole squad and head out from the terrace and as quickly as you can go up the steps. They're not exactly wheelchair friendly here at Carillon, although they're not the most unfriendly as far as things go. It's just that some of the less complicated staircases don't have wheelchair ramps, but they do seem to expect their patients, at least in some of these terraces, to be coming through with wheelchairs. You're not sure if that's a good thing or not, but eventually you make it back to your ship with the crew.
What in your past do you have to hide, Aja?
Wait, what?
I guess as we're walking away,
I
Kim will say,
understood. I understood your words. It just
I
took
understood
me, like,
that
3
reference.
seconds, you know? Not much, my friend.
Kim will raise an eyebrow.
I'm just a sailor.
Oh my god, it's insight time.
Aja will just repeat that to himself as he goes in the ship and make sure to, like, finish up some repairs. Can I probably make some kind of
Go ahead, roll a check.
repair check?
Yes.
Can you
I'll
roll
leave.
psychology on
Yeah,
Aja?
you can. Yeah, you can. Although I would say that everyone in the skies hides at least one secret, so whether or not you certainly won't get any conclusive
true.
results, but you can always make your own.
40 psychology? Crap.
Yep.
Damn.
Who was it? Wasn't he the one that was? Yeah, you did overhear Hamish and Aja that one time, didn't you? Remember last session?
Have totally forgotten this interaction.
Oh, right. Well, you overheard them discussing something, but if you've forgotten it, then maybe Keen has too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can roll an idea check if you really want to, but
I actually would like to.
Okay.
Was that off of intelligence?
yeah.
Can I roll mechanical repair for
Yes. I
friendly
thought you were doing that already, but maybe I was wrong.
extreme success?
Great check. Okay, so I guess Keen on your part. So Aja's like, I'm gonna go half a wrench. I'm gonna go fix some washers, some pipes. I'm gonna go lay some pipes. Lay some pipe.
Yep.
Lay your pipes. No. And let's see, Keen here. You, as he's walking away, you remember. Oh wait, Hamish and Aja were talking about something. What was it? You seem to recall that it was something about where the poisoning might have come from. They said that something happened to them while they were going around, and Hamish had a lot of questions for Aja about it. But you don't remember. You never really got either of them to say what it was. They were both very quiet when you asked. But you do remember that interaction somewhat. Aja, for your part, so you're repairing the ship. You get some scrap metal patched up, and you get the engines running in a pretty solid shape. You figure it would be nice to have some more specific parts, but you managed to jury rig enough things that everything should be running relatively smoothly. It's just that they might not hold up for too long of a time. You'll probably want some replacement parts when you go to New Winchester, but you should have it shouldn't make it until then. The bigger issue, on the other hand, is that you appear to have some uninvited guests here and there. Opening one pipe, you
Ballast tanks. We've got ballast floor. Sorry.
Yes, opening one of the pipes, you are trying to fix a clog that is some of the oil to one of the engines, and opening it up, you snake some pressure in. blow some air out through the other end, and when the source of the clog is blasted out of the pipe, it appears to be kind of this purple, like, sausage-ish thing that just kind of writhes. It's about the size of a...
Hell no.
Yeah, probably a really big sausage that kind of just writhes on the floor for a bit. It's oddly familiar looking.
Well, this is
that
one of the
would-
worms that the thing was like
That would be
shooting
a
at
worm.
us.
Yep.
I'm gonna kill it.
Okay, so you squash it to death. But on your further repairs, you find a few more here and there that you also choose to destroy.
Hey, Maurice, can you
Oi.
get the rest of the crew? I want daily sweeps. You can add this to the schedule. I want 2 or 3 people every night to go through and look for worms and kill as many as possible. But you don't want them just a continuous leap to make sure that they do not begin to multiply. Okay? If we
Oh,
start
yeah,
to see more, let me know and further measures will be taken. Perhaps you can acquire some incendiary
Get
methods
some raid.
that shouldn't damage the ship too much. But I could burn them out, you know?
Pump some pesticides through the ship.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I have whoever does the inspections roll spot hidden? So whichever crew member is being tasked with inspections is going to need to roll their spot hidden. And this could be Hamish or Keen or Hayes or Adja himself.
Maybe.
Keen can help out with this.
Yeah, I guess Adja is still like sweeping through.
He does not want worms on his ship. Those are the last thing he wants.
Alright,
Yeah, it's an unfortunate
I should-
flashback. I feel like all your characters should have like wormophobia at this point.
Oh yeah.
Very
Whatever the
much
word is
so.
for that.
Keen will sweep for worms, but he'll have someone else with him to go kill the worms.
That one page of Frankenstein, Adja like probably can't read without freaking out.
Okay, go ahead and roll your spot hidden then.
Well, I'll luck that.
But
Should be a success.
It's Keen that needs to roll a spot
I'm
hidden. Not
pretty
you.
sure. Okay.
Oh,
Because I'm good at it. You're not.
Nana.
I'm literally
No.
better at
Doggo Nana. Okay. You're happy with a regular success?
Um,
I'm not
Well,
saying that
but
you
what
need
if
better
it's
or
over
worse.
too?
I'm saying how infested do you think these things are at this point?
Keen is gonna make that a hard success. I think that's gonna
Okay.
be 3 luck. Do you round up?
You round down, unfortunately.
Round down. Okay, 4 luck. That's fine.
No, it's still 3. It's 27. Half of
55
55 is
is
27.5. So it's still just 3.
Right. Okay. Sorry, I cannot do math right now.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay.
30. Yeah.
Yeah, so you organize a methodical search throughout the next few days to Lustrum as you continue on through the bend past the Gulf. What's
Wait
it
a
called
second.
again?
Does
Past.
Queenie appear to want to eat these?
She
That's
does
probably not a
not.
good idea for her.
She does not want to eat them. In fact, she is rather repulsed. You pass by Escovach Peak and conduct thorough sweeps every single day. It isn't until you reach around the Whelping Rest signal box tower that you're able to thoroughly conclude that you've done a good job. You dislodge another half dozen guests over the course of those days, as they seek out keepsakes and kind of remain in these communal places like kitchens and hearths. You find 3 in the galley alone, sipping from the heat from the stove, with a few more near the engine. It seems like they do like the comforting things somehow. They like a cozy environment, which is really, really not where you want them to be. That's kind of like the opposite of cozy to you. Anyways, you have Morris fling the coiling Uzi midnight things out of an exterior hatch.
Oof.
Yes, that's good.
Hopefully there's not more around. There surely are. But so daily sweeps should at least keep them in check,
Yeah.
I guess.
Right. Yeah, what
We'll
could
keep
go
sleeping
wrong?
for another few days, but we haven't found anything recently.
Yeah, no, I don't know what could possibly go wrong here, so probably fine.
Same.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Okay.
It's just like, just worms. Really, all life is just like a big worm. So like, we're all
Isn't there
just
an Edgar Allan Poe poem about that?
We'll just air
There's-
conditioners.
There's many poems.
When the worm, fuck, shit.
The conqueror
when the
worm?
worm is a conqueror.
Yeah. I don't remember that whole poem. Oh wait, right. It was just called The Conqueror Worm, according to me googling the words conqueror worm.
The funny man was seeing it in the asylum
Sorry,
before he
what?
got wormed.
Oh,
There
yeah.
are two
Never read
worms
this
inside
poem.
of you. One has lifelink. One has death touch. You are worm coil engine.
It's true. Artifact creature.
What is that?
It's a magic card.
It's a magic card. You are
Okay.
one of 500.
Okay. So you continue on. You do have the option if you'd like to pass by a signal box, as the Whelping Rest signal tower is nearby. It's typically a captain tradition to, if you're in desperate need of supplies, go there. And typically people will drop drop some off at some later date. It is expected that you are not a total jackass in that regard. It's definitely a very spidered signal box foggy with webs. Once it was part of the Isambard line, which was a terrible old folly. But thanks to its coat of vines, it has retained its structural integrity, if not its dignity.
So there's basically safe boxes that
Pretty
captains
much.
can drop.
Yeah,
Drop it. That's
I call
really
them
dope.
boxes,
That's really
but they're
cool.
pretty big. They're like
Like
towers,
you put
like
barrels
signal
of fuel
towers.
in there.
Yeah,
So basically supply caches and stuff.
yeah. Technically, some of them have people that man them, but not many.
I see. I mean, we're not in desperate need, are we? I mean, I don't think we need to
No.
take anything from it.
No, you're
But it's
probably
good
okay.
base to put stuff in there.
Well, you also aren't overflowing on supplies at the moment.
Okay, so since we lack a surplus but
It's-
do not have a deficit, we shall continue on our way.
It's more so something to note that on the way from Carillon to Lestrum, there is a signal box. Should you ever be in desperate need of supplies, and in a somewhat bad state. Right, Lestrum. A flurry of snow blows past the window, and Morris curses the cold. You continue for almost a full day past the signal box, moving into what appear to be remains of ancient ruins drifting amidst the snow. Mountains climb up around you here and there with presumably remnants of ancient skies affixed to them. Otherwise, you're not sure what they could be. Frost filigrees the window, the crew shivers constantly, a pipe splits in the cold, and you're pretty sure that any guests that are remaining here are probably not enjoying that coziness. Snow-laden peaks rise from the mists, and eventually, dwarfing them all, the impossible immensity of the Mother of Mountains. You're traveling over the cold dark for almost a full day before you actually reach Lustrum, from the time that you see it to the time that you get there. Tackety
Wow.
engines chug above the skies, swarming hour geodes and finding spots to drill along the mountains. Eventually, a pair of scouts shine their headlamps on your engine, puffing through the frost. The yellow light floods the cabin, and you have to shield your eyes as your night vision adjusts from staring into the cold abyss below the mountain. A few flashes from the signaler. And I suppose Hayes, being our resident interpreter, you deduce that they request a search of your vessel.
I guess I do.
All right, yeah, let's let them search.
Well, we have to dock here one way or another, so
Do we
Yeah.
have
Alternative.
anything?
We're letting a lot of random people search us, huh?
I mean,
But
it's
such
like
as
guilt.
these guys these days in wartime. Yeah.
Yeah, people don't trust each other anymore.
Oh wait, if they find the worms, they're gonna be so sus. Sailors, why is there worm in your ship?
I swear we are not infested with.
I
with
swear we
worm.
are not worm.
I swear we're
We are not
sane.
worm.
Okay, so they pull up to your ship, and a gangplank is lowered. An Attackety officer rushes across, bundled in scarves, 3 coats, and a beret. It is not a sky suit, but it should do the trick for the few seconds he is out on the cold. Nonetheless, as he enters your vessel from across the gangplank, opening the pressurized airlock and doors, he wipes his mustache is covered in ice crystals, and he wipes his eyes.
Can we offer him a warm cup of coffee?
I would take that. It's much warmer in here than it is in mine. My name is Captain Wilhelm. This is a routine inspection is all.
Yes. Well, go ahead and search Captain Wilhelm.
Thank you very much. It is nice to have people that are accommodating here.
Yes.
Well, I'll just be a moment.
Hamish.
Captain Hamish, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Right.
Would you mind showing me to the cargo hold?
Indeed. And I turn to one of my whoever's carding me right now. Aja, I guess.
Right. So you take him to the cargo hold through the ship. He kind of like looks into each cabin, kind of gives a good look around. Every now and then he stops and he's like, "Oh, hey, can I check out these drawers or something like that?" But overall, things are fine. He doesn't seem to find anything. Not that there really is anything to find, right? Right?
Yep.
Nothing at all.
Good thing
Nobody here has
didn't
anything to hide, right?
find any worms.
No, he does not find any worms at all, which is probably a good thing for you, and it gives you a little bit of a
Good thing he didn't find all the clean smuggled drugs.
In fact, I actually want you guys to roll sanity. I forgot about that one.
From the worms?
Yeah, not a big sanity loss, just a creeping little paranoia here.
Would you look at that? A failure.
You lose 1, Aja. If you fail, you lose 1. If you succeed, you lose nothing.
Wait, 5, go to 4. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
All the
Let's hope
sanity
Keen
I
survived
gained
this
from the last
session.
one is already gone.
Wait, you lose what?
Well, otherwise,
How
you'd
much
be
you lose?
completely nuts.
Lose 1. Just 1.
You lose 1. yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Hamish, you gain 2 credit points because we sold the stuff at Carolon.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I saw the message.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So you take him to the cargo hold and he looks around. Oh, well, this is very empty. You would do well to get some supplies here. Otherwise, you might not make your return journey. Where are you coming from?
Oh, sorry. We just came from Carolon.
The people in Carolina, they claim to be neutral, but I don't believe it.
Did they not support your cause?
They're very selective in how they do so. What's this? He says, and he leans down and picks up a small little, or actually he won't pick it up. He'll just point to a small kind of chunk of pinkish rock. You might want to do something about this. He says, it's very dangerous if you keep it here. Well, I suppose not very dangerous in a trace
Who left
amount.
that lying around?
I would assume, did you have any, were you shipping hours?
We were, right?
You were, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
had
we
some
were. We just got rid of them at
unfortunate
Carolon, but I guess one of our barrels split. We didn't clean it up properly.
Well, it does happen. I would say maybe give another look around here. You wouldn't want any more of this lying around. I'm going to have to reset my watch now.
Oh, wait, that's funny. It does that to
Just nature
watches?
of the skies.
It does, unfortunately.
That's cool.
Well, everything seems to be in order. I hope you can find what you're looking for here at Lustrum.
Right.
Is there anything you would like to know I can help you with? One captain to another?
Well, I was told that there were medical facilities here that could assist with symptoms of cold. So
yes.
I suppose
We
where
also
would
have
those be
one.
located?
We also have one who needs a replacement leg.
Yeah, I just
That as well.
got it torn off. Yeah, suggestion, aesthetic, help anything.
Well, it does happen around here from frostbite, but I would doubt that they can do you any better than, suppose, a gigantic peg hammered into your leg, or Some kind of crutches, but you already have that. Maybe a more sturdy solution to what you already have. But yes, there's many good clinics here. You should be fine. Did you have a particular doctor that you were referred to? I may know them. I've had to send plenty of crew to those facilities.
Sorry. Okay, so he's suggesting. All right. Right. Wait. So okay. Sorry. Can you just repeat that? It was like going weird.
He said there's a lot of clinics. If you had a specific doctor in mind, he might be able to refer you to some of them.
Well, I'm not sure if I have a specific doctor in mind. Would you recommend any?
Yes. I mean, it appears as you're quite an acute case around your body.
Right.
Here, do you have a piece of paper somewhere?
Yes. I'm going to motion to like one just kind of lying on a nearby thing. Well, it's like a stack of like papers that we use to write to-dos on, and they're like stained in oil and beer.
Yes, well, I'm not sure how to write this, as one of you will have to. Ferdinand Barbary. It's a bit of a funny name.
Okay. Yeah, can someone start typing that?
He's a doctor that helped out some of my other crew. I'm sorry, I cannot write that kind of thing. It's a bit unbecoming of a captain, isn't it?
Barbary?
No worries.
Yes. That's it.
Doctor in Lustrous. Cool.
This suit's pretty chill.
They are definitely chiller than the Windward Company was over in Port Prosper, that's for sure.
Yeah.
They're more sympathetic. They're caught. Although I feel like the Tackities are willing to do messed up stuff to like win the war. But yeah.
I was like perusing. I was trying to find the media center in my school's library today, and like I ended up in this like, you know, like it's a university library. It's like creepy as hell, and there's like weird like nooks and crannies. I walked into this place that it was like this like dead end hallway with like a locked door at the end, and like a massive like old Mao like propaganda poster framed up on the wall, just like in this like half-lit hallway.
Did you take a picture?
I didn't, but I should find it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Go again.
Take a picture of it.
Will it even be there if you try to look for it again?
It was like a framed exhibit thing, but I thought it was just really funny. Like it was just this random like Cultural Revolution poster.
Literally a Mao Zedong. Like why was it in your school?
Well, it's probably because it's like of literary significance to it's part of the art history of
that
that.
would fall under illicit literature in Sunless skies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's propaganda. What are you talking about? We have propaganda. No, but it's their propaganda. We can't have that.
Yeah. Just it was an interesting little find.
That's interesting. Not what I would expect, but okay. The show must go on.
Well, other than that, I would say watch your step. Don't listen to any get-rich-quick schemes. If you're looking to, keep the money that you do have, and don't trust any soup stalls.
Any soup stalls?
Don't worry about it. It won't hurt. It won't kill you. He says, and he's kind of like, he's got kind of like this tired grin, like he's...
We shouldn't trust them all the same.
More or less.
Okay.
Yes.
Very well. My thanks, Captain Wilhelm.
It's a pleasure as much.
If you would like some warm refreshment, I will see if we can provide any.
But if that'll be all, I will be seeing you. Perhaps we will see each other again. Goodbye.
Well, I would take a cup of coffee if you're still on offer. You mentioned it earlier.
Yes.
Yes, we could do that.
Could somebody brew that up for this gentleman? Keen,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Keen will get to it. Keen will get to it. Unless perhaps you'd like Keen more?
No, I'm not quite as patriotic as you may imagine.
Right.
It's a bit of a
I
tactic
can-
custom to go for cafe instead of tea.
I see.
One can use such a thing.
Yes.
Let's say with a rice. Okay. Coffee it is.
Any of you veterans from the sea? You certainly seem old enough, a few of you.
I am.
No.
I see. Do you remember the taste of dark drop coffee? You can't get that up here anymore. There were so many delicious things down in the seas that you simply can't find here. It's unfortunate.
I believe one of my crewmates was a sea captain in his younger years.
Well, if you ever somehow, if we ever do get back to the sea, you should try to find some dark drop coffee beans. It's the fires of hell and the aroma of heaven. That was delicious.
Remember having that? Like you said.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Are the Tackities canonically like German, or are they?
No,
like,
they're
known
not.
as-
This character, this particular captain happens to be German. They are canonically more diverse than the Stovepipes, is the bigger message to be taken away.
That's cool.
Okay. That's cool. I never realized that.
Well, I mean, you can think of them pretty simply as like Americans almost, so.
Based.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. The coffee tea thing is just something funny.
I mean, it's correspondent with Americans and
The what? What? It's what?
well, it's like the rest of America is coffee, and then California is boba.
California, the national drink.
Yeah.
Although I have not drank a lot of boba. I mean, I'm sure it's good.
He partakes in the coffee with you and will then depart. Thank you very much. It's nice to meet such a welcoming crew out here. Most of the people who come to Lustrum are far too jaded.
Yes, and best of luck in your future struggles. To fight the crown is no easy feat.
Yeah, he kind of like takes his coffee from his lips and kind of like inclines his head like, yeah. Well, I've heard that we're making some advancements.
Well, young man, I would like to remind you that Britain may seem invincible, but it is not wholly so. Indeed, there was a time where it was once laid low. Hamish looks wistfully into the distance.
You can see an American flag, like, sort of faintly behind Hamish's head.
Yeah.
Overlaid. Yeah.
This
But remembers his holding it up.
Never give up on the dream of freedom.
It sometimes does feel like just a dream, though, doesn't it? Pretty much anywhere you are in the skies. There's something different about the Reach, I think. So that's... promises something different from the other regions. There's no sun. There's only Britain. The only obstacle to your freedom is much more human than the other regions. I've
Therefore,
been to the Blue
defeatable.
Kingdom. Indeed. I've been to the Blue Kingdom once. I went to Albion many times. For various reasons. Eleutheria as well is a similar state, but an overbearing sort of anarchy. as there isn't really an option for democracy or for a republic. In Albion's this clockwork sun beaming this pallor all over everywhere. It's impressive, yes. Demoralizing, in a way, but as a reach, it has promise.
Perhaps the Reach can be the birthplace of something at once both new and also reminiscent of a great nation long lost.
Maybe.
He's just fuming a little bit in the corner.
Or maybe it'll just become something closer to these ruins that drift around the skies of Lustrum, destroyed from the stars.
Well, my people have a saying that I think is pertinent. Liberty or death.
I have heard that one. You know, no. I would say keep an eye on Port Prosper in the coming months. That's all he says. He'll take his beret, he'll refasten it.
Eyebrow raises like, oh shit. What? Okay.
Someone write that down. Oh,
He'll refasten his beret and wrap his scarves around himself again. Well, thank you very much. I wish you all the best in Lustrum.
Hamish gives a salute.
Step across his gangplank once again.
It's like this isn't happening mechanically, but like, you know, like roleplay wise, this is like Hamish regaining sanity. Like, as he's like,
honestly, he could probably. We could probably give Hamish
backstory interaction.
a sanity back, for his backstory there.
his patriotic
interacting with
Hayes, on the other hand,
warrior of freedom.
is like in the corner being a gremlin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
But you know, Hayes is Australian. Maybe he I don't know if Australia
He's
ever
not
got
Australian.
independent.
That means we
Really bad.
should
It caught me.
stay away from Fort Prosper. That implies military action coming soon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Or you said keep an eye on it, which is interesting.
Yeah, keep an eye on is different, but maybe there's an uprising with the working class there. Because
Let's fucking go.
we did see a strong divide between, I think, was it the east and west side
Yep.
of Prosper?
Seize the
Yeah.
means of reproduction. Wait, no.
Well,
Seize the
what-
means
hey,
of
yo,
production.
hey,
God, I've
Hey,
said
yo,
that.
what the-
I've heard that
Wait,
joke so
you-
many times that my mind defaulted to it. Very sad.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Damn, I want to call me GF to seize the means of my reproduction. I've said too much. That was recorded. Okay.
Don't worry.
That
I
was
can promise you that
recorded.
might happen in the campaign. No, I'm kidding.
No, I hope it doesn't. I
think you should go to-
hope Hamish dies before that happens. Also, Hamish's
Hamish's
down
death.
for communism.
Hamish's death at the
Well-
hands of a muscle GF.
No, who like sits
Let's
on.
go.
Well, I feel like it wouldn't be very hard to end him.
Yeah, not really.
All right, so we're pulling into Lustrum, huh?
Let's get into Lester.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Such a chill captain.
So you enter the frantic, hustling heart of Lustrum, which is crammed with prospectors, peddlers, and purveyors of the essential and occasionally legal services. I said legal, not illegal, for the record. Most businesses take place here, unless you're a dreamer seeking your fortunes on the claim fields instead of in the proper. There's certainly plenty of places to go, whether treatment for Hamish, maybe you're looking to get some tea here, maybe you're looking for a drink, maybe even you're thinking of launching an expedition out into the mountains of Lustrum in search of some hours for yourselves. You can also notice as you're standing here a couple of things of interest. There is a man watching your engine, not in a super creepy way, but kind of just like looking intently as you disembark, and turns away when none of you emerge holding anything, and is very clearly agitated. On the other hand, No, that's one of the main things. Other than that, there's tackety ships docking in here and there, offloading shipments of ours. So, what would your crew like to do here?
Should I? Well, Hamish
Also
won't be
featuring
able to
Lustrum's
pursue
song,
him,
which
but
is
he could task one of his crewmates with following that sus guy. I don't know if he's that important though. He could just be like.
He's not gonna move anywhere. He's just kind of shuffling. He just kind of turns away and starts staring at the other engines.
Who's that odd character? It seemed like he was watching
Gone.
us intently.
Are you looking for a service, sir?
Are you asking him?
Yeah. I'm gonna walk up.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to stare. It's just, well, we've been waiting for delivery from London. Very important supplies.
I see. Okay.
I don't suppose you might be happening to be heading anywhere near the relay to Albion, would you? If you could you check if anything has happened to it? We'd greatly appreciate it. Still Port Prosper. So,
Okay. What are the rest of prospects? Prospects are checked in center of map, right? Sorry.
Yeah, New Winchester.
Winchester, yeah. Okay. Do we have any more prospects that we can fill?
Well, they might not even be accurate at this point in time.
Yeah, that's the next thing I'm thinking about.
Lustrum Rando wants us to check the Albion relay at some point. That
Yes.
no promised payment, but
If we head up there, I guess we'll send you back a telegram, I guess. But I don't think we're heading back that way anytime soon.
Oh, I see. Well, I figured I would ask anyways. Damn. He says, and he'll continue traipsing through the snow.
Maybe this is what the Tacketies are talking about. They're disrupting the trade. Okay. Shall we head into Lustrum? Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say this place is soaked in brown.
So where are your characters planning on going here?
well, the primary course of action is getting
We need to get Hamish.
Get Hamish some treatment. Maybe launch some mining expeditions. Stake a claim while you're here. Mine some hours. Go to the bar. Drink some tea. You could check out the Windward Company if you're feeling like it. If you're feeling maybe a little bit of tackety pride, you could do some terrorist action there.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Just a little terrorism.
A little bit of terrorism. You could look for other jobs to do here. I'm sure that there's at least a few. Or just things of interest.
we could. I mean, you guys could job check before Hamish gets treated, and then once after he's treated, we can look more. Although I assume our treatments will take a while, so people who aren't like Hamish and Hayes can have their day in the sun, just kind of running around and checking out Lustrum.
Yeah, but we should get you treated first, because it'll probably take a bit, and there's no harm in
exactly.
you in now, you know?
No harm in
especially since you need someone to push you around.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And if you need treatment, Keen needs to get mental help.
Bring me to the hospital.
Yes, we need to find
Cabron. I need to see your balls.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He said balls. He said balls.
Last chance to look at my balls, Hector.
So you.
Last chance to look at
So
my Hector.
You decide to go over to try to find this doctor. Your boots crunch through the snow, clean and bright, lacking the lingering sadness of London's ammonia-suffused lacquer. The townspeople nod politely to you, a distinguished visitor, but avert their eyes from the grizzled prospectors and get-rich-quick merchants who have taken over their slice of civilization on the mountain. They wait impatiently for the day when the mountain has nothing more to offer and the uncouth invaders finally leave, hoping that something will still remain when all of value has been plundered. In any case, your search for the doctor is not... Your search for a doctor is not too difficult. Your search for the doctor is maybe a bit harder. So can I have you all roll some kinds of checks and describe to me how you'd like to go about looking for it, or if you even really care which doctor it is.
Yes. Is there like a medical district?
It's not that crazy of a town, but there is an area where I suppose district, yes, technically, but it's very small to be considered a district.
Okay.
There's an area where most of the doctors are around. Yes.
I
guess
assume there's no like big sign that has the like name and
Doc
address.
or
No, go ahead, roll spot hidden.
Can I roll as well?
Yeah, sure. I'll accept
Keen
2
cannot
rolls.
see.
Regrettably, I mean, have you ever been to Leicester, Andrew?
Maybe, probably not.
Okay, well, it is super fucking
actually
dark.
don't see one.
So,
Okay.
I would not be surprised. It's like dark and snowy
Keen hasn't
everywhere.
been there.
So,
I think I have.
yeah, it's dark and snowy everywhere. So it wouldn't be surprising if Keen has some difficulty seeing with the dimness.
Right.
So lanterns light various signs. You can see all these places with prospectors having lost their limbs in the cold, sitting outside of doctors' offices and going inside every here and there. And Aja, eventually, crunching through the snow for quite some time, you find a doctor's office labeled as Ferdinand Barbary. And Associates, technically. It sounds more like a law office's name, you think, than anything else, but whatever. You're not here to question. And blow some hot breath into your hands and turn to the captain. Report the good news. Or head back to find the captain. Presumably you're not going to wheel him around while you're searching, because I think you would lose your mind. That'd be very inefficient.
I guess we head back to the ship. We found the one that the captain recommended. Captain. Wow, I said captain twice there. Are you ready? Can take you over.
Is he? Captain? Captain!
He's ready.
Yes.
We're taking him.
Okay.
We're taking him.
All right. So you're gonna take him then. So you take him over, wheel him into it, and luckily there's not too long of a line. So you're waiting out there for about an hour. But luckily the people that are standing outside of it have set up a barrel that is got a little fire inside. Keep yourselves warm. It's classic. It's a bit undignified even, but it is sort of cozy in a way. Nobody seems to question you somehow. So after about an hour, an attendant takes one of the prospectors from the inside, who you can see has his arm in a sling, and you can see that the fingers on it are just straight up gone as well. Looks like that must have been a nasty incident there. And gives him a nod, a pat on the back, and the prospector thanks him profusely as he wraps a blanket around his shoulders. Next.
Let's wheel in the captain.
All right, so you wheel in the captain. Ooh, oh dear. Right.
Oh dear, indeed.
So the inside of the doctor's office is very sterile, if not wet and muddy on the ground. It looks like people do put in effort to keep this maintained, as there's no lingering stains. It's probably swept every morning, but it is nonetheless grimy from the melted snow and prospectors that are constantly tramping in and out of this building. The attendant goes behind a desk and starts writing up a storm. Right. May I have name, record number if you have any, with any of the Lustrum doctors? We do have a collective here. Any other identifying information, duration of stay, any diagnosis information you can give me, how this happened. I'll have the doctor take a look at it.
Well, I believe the captain can tell you himself, but
do we have his medical records? I
mean,
assume we kept them.
I don't think it's
could've.
really much of a standardized thing at the time. I don't think standardized medical records were super popular. When were standardized medical records popularized? 1920s, actually. So yeah, no, maybe arguably he could. He might have some amount of records there. So he might have like vaccines or something like that. Inoculations. Actually, I don't remember when vaccines were invented. That might be incorrect on the timeline.
Well, we should at least have the dates he was in the hospital in.
Yeah, that much.
Okay.
I'm back.
In Winchester. Okay.
Oh, you're being checked into the hospital. They're asking you some questions about your medical records.
We can handle them
yes,
if you
go.
want.
Oh no, I can. Sure, I'll roleplay the answers. I think that's funny.
Yeah. He just wants the whole story, pretty much. Can you tell me name, what exactly happened, any details, any complications we might know of, if you were at a previous office, if they gave you any advice, whether you followed the advice, and please do be honest here, it's in your best interests.
Would you like my full name?
Why not? Yes.
Abraham Jeremiah Zebediah Hamish the Fourth.
Write that down.
Oh God.
What was the next question?
He continues writing down. What exactly happened to you?
I was investigating an occult incident, and a hex froze most of my body.
I see. And were you at a different office?
Yes, one in New Winchester. It was named, I failed to recollect, but I was at a different hospital. I was unconscious, however, so I don't remember what it was called or what have you.
The Queen's Hospital of New Winchester.
Oh, wait, I just remembered. The Queen's Hospital of New Winchester.
Yeah, sure, alright.
Keen will whisper in his ear.
Right. Did they give you any particular treatment follow-ups? Have you been doing them?
Well, my crewmates told me that my body was encased in a literal block of ice, so the treatment generally involved thawing me out. I remembered sedatives because the only times I lapsed out of unconsciousness was when I felt incredible pain and I would scream for morphine. So I do think they were giving me that. So nothing crazy, really.
I see. Well, that does sound like a rather acute case. Well, nonetheless, I imagine that we can do something with this. Right. Well, the doctor will take you in. Till then, for the rest of you, I'll have to make a diagnosis, and hopefully we can finish that within the next day.
Right.
Right.
Oh, and I would ask that you mind the skin, not only because of the frostbite, but also because of severe burns. Yes, yes.
That's for dealing with these kinds of matters. Any case, okay. So they'll take you in and have you undergo some diagnoses. I don't want to burden everyone with that. So we'll probably treat most of it as a downtime. So Hamish will be gone for probably the rest of the day as the doctor gives him a diagnosis. You all can return later. Is there anything you'd like to do for the few hours in between that?
Well,
we should explore around.
Yeah.
would like to try to find
Report.
somewhere to buy some kind of prosthetic or something.
Okay, so some kind of a sturdier prosthetic. Yeah, so you can easily find them. A lot of the in the area around the doctor's offices, rather, there are certainly people that will rig that up for you in a better fashion than what you currently have. At least you think it's a better fashion. Aja, you might want to get his advice on that, but that's okay. And you want to write a port report. So
Yeah, I'll just go around with them and take notes of everything.
Okay. Sure. Hours of the new gold in Albion in the Reach, and while Lustrum's fortunes remain, it is of interest to many. Village that used to be here. The rush of prospectors have ripped the civility from the place as efficiently as the geodes from the mountainside. The scars that remain are no less vivid. Fewer and fewer prospectors return with geodes of ours, and the cost of processing them off-site grows every single day. Still, for now, Lustrum thrives as it promises riches for any lucky or industrious miner willing to come here and risk everything in the snow and mud.
Wow. Okay. So seems like not a profitable thing for us to go in and stake a claim and start mining.
Yeah. Besides, the environmental impact, we don't want to mess with that.
That's true, yeah.
Aren't there like industrial mining operations over here?
Yes, the Windward Company is one of the many mining companies that has flocked to the area. You do note as you're walking around that there is a actually, wait, hold on. Let me find this. Where is it? Where's the description? Right. Yes. So you note that some of, despite the cold, and the relative lack of heat and warmth and general comfort in this area, there is a soup stand where a man stirs a large cauldron with a wooden ladle, and as you draw closer, the thick aroma of a meat stew drifts over. Oddly, none of the other people seem to be frequenting it.
Also, so the
If it
Windward
smells good,
Company,
let's go.
like, it mines here, but it's also where the Tacadies have, like, the biggest presence.
No, the Windward Company is the Tacadies' enemies.
Right. Wait,
the Tacadies have a much bigger presence in Lustrum. Like, this is their head of operations, but the Windward Company is nonetheless here.
Right, okay.
They mine ours, export them to Port Prosper, and then Port Prosper refines them and sends them to Albion or wherever they're needed.
But the Tacadies troll them, I take it.
Yes, the Tacadies make their lives difficult, yes.
LeMayo trolling.
As in turn, the Tacadies are... they do have some difficulty with the whole smuggling and things like that they would like to do typically.
Okay. Wait, soup stand. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It smells good, right?
It does. It seems like a solid thing given the cold, general discomfort, general unpleasantness,
He will note this
mud,
in his port report.
water, wet socks. That's also not your favorite thing in the world. You definitely don't have quite the right apparel for the situation. You've borrowed some winter clothing from some other people. He waggles a full ladle at you as you approach. It's free. I'll fill you a flask for later.
It's free. Oh, of course.
Yes, despite being on the edge of the shanty town, nobody else is taking him up on his offering. But well, so you eat. So you've decided you eat your fill. Yes, I'm looking for nothing more than Acts of kindness. Random acts of kindness. You know, they're just so lacking in the skies, aren't they? Don't you ever feel that? People are so very callous out here.
Fair enough.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
That was the
Must make
wrong
their
voice
living.
entirely.
Oh, would you like some as well?
It's very good.
He's talking to Aja. I'm assuming maybe the whole group is probably just gonna park, eat some dinner or lunch or whatever time it is. It's
sure.
constantly
Sure,
dark
I
here,
would like
so-
some as well.
Sure. Perhaps the man is older than he looks, for his hands kind of like shake as he moves to serve you. He's well, these things happen. He swears, then apologizes when he spills a clot of tomato on your shoes. The stew is sharp with spice and rich with fat. Chunks of onion bob lazily, jostling the soft flesh that falls apart in your mouth. You've just got to cook it real slow. Makes it delicious, fall off the bone texture minus the bone.
It certainly is something amazing. I'm surprised more people don't come and take your fill.
No. People in their superstition, they just can't. People like to look gift horses in the mouth, you know what I'm saying here?
Yes.
Anyways, yeah, he hands you flasks. You're kind of hungry. You feel like you could use more. Yeah, you're like, maybe another bowl.
I'll take a flask. Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's very good.
Would you like some more?
No thanks.
Yeah, but at the same
It's
time,
very good.
something is kind of saying like, yeah, actually, I kind of would like some more. You're not sure.
Shit, what's happening here?
It's not like an
I mean-
eldritch curse or anything. It's not like some like horrifying thing. It's just kind of like, yeah, I'm actually pretty hungry. Like, damn, I'm
Yeah.
hungrier than I thought.
Oh, wait, it's too late. They said don't trust the soup.
Oh fuck! Did he say that?
He literally
Yeah,
told us
that's
not
listening.
to trust the soup. We're so stupid. We just got roofied in the middle of a random port. We're gonna die.
That's so funny. You guys are so funny.
Keenan's gonna
I get
try
utterly
and
fooled.
get up.
Yeah, you can.
Can he go back to? He's going to just like. I assume Aja's not gonna like say this to his face.
No, he's
Yeah,
just kind of
yeah.
like Aja just kind of like looks at you and is like, like that's his
Wait,
expression.
Did everyone have the soup? Because I didn't want any soup.
Yeah, no, you're a Sunless Seas better, and you know what's happening.
I'm going to try and get back to the ship.
Yeah, you can. Oh, goodbye then.
Yep, goodbye.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, so you reach back to the ship.
Fuck.
You're still
Hey,
kind
do
of
you know
hungry.
what's wrong with it? Do you know the reason for this?
Well, it's
for
not
this?
like something feels wrong. It just
Yeah, but
you
like.
just feel unaccountably peckish somehow.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Have you encountered something like this before?
Okay, maybe it's not that bad. I don't know.
Wait, did nobody
seem
else
to be
catch
fine.
that?
We don't want to risk it,
No.
and that captain
No one else does.
did seem to be trying to help us.
Yeah. Yeah. I like how it's just like a
Oh,
net
you
positive
guys.
in Seas. In Skies, there's actually some like downsides, but in Seas, it's just like net positive. I think there's like one interaction.
Yeah, there's literally no...
There are also just a lot of really, really funny things you can get out of it. I'm gonna be right back. I want to turn the light on. It's getting kind of dark.
Wait, what? I'm confused. Is this an encounter in Seas?
He used a code word that means a very specific thing. None of
Oh.
you guys caught it.
Oh,
What's up?
Interesting.
You didn't say anything, right?
And now I did not
No,
say
he didn't.
anything.
Okay, good, cool.
But now I know something about all of you. You will never know.
Okay. What does being peckish mean?
What?
Don't worry about it. Peckish means hungry. That's literally all it means. It's a funny
Yeah, I
Victorian
know,
word for
but-
hungry.
But is there another meaning to this?
They're peckish. The word peckish
I
definition.
know, but
Peckish.
But,
Hungry.
okay.
Etymology. Evidently, use over time has become more popular recently. I have no idea why. Is peckish a British word? Adjective. Chiefly British informal. Somewhat hungry. There you go. Peckish. Anyways, where would your crew like to head? Or just are you just gonna sit in the ship, wait for him? You could also go to like a tea shop if you want. Maybe something a little to wash it down. A little more
Does
pleasant.
Lestrum export, I take it, hours?
Yes.
Okay.
That is. They're basically a gigantic gold rush, but for hours.
Yeah. Well, we have some extra money lying around, so we can like stockpile like hours or something. And
Yeah, you can definitely get them for cheaper than you would other places.
Yeah. Sell them later somewhere else is an option. We can connoisseur a little bit, do the capitalism, buy high, sell low, that type of thing.
Some capitalist connoisseuring? That seems morally dubious.
Hey, look, one has to make a living somehow.
We do not have a ton of money, Keen, and perhaps I should wait for this soup effect to wear off. I worry. I mean, we are probably fine, but some lacings can take some time to kick in.
Can Keen, like, identify if this is something he's felt before from...
No. It's...
Okay.
He's just hungry. That's
Just hungry. Just hungry. Okay. I believe you.
Just hungry. Just got...
Just an appetite.
Okay.
No.
I'm going to sit and wait it off. You
An
can
insatiable
do what you will.
appetite.
Andrew furiously checking the wiki right now.
I'm not. I will not check the wiki on this. I will figure it out. Okay.
Alright.
I have brain power, baby. I don't think I've ever had this interaction in Lustrum though.
It's there.
I did check the wiki for Lustrum because I wanted to see if I've been there, and I saw the soup vendor, but I didn't see what the interaction led to.
Yeah.
I just thought it was nice soup. Okay.
I actually don't think even reading it would be helpful, to be honest. Let me see. Yeah, no, unless you actually like click every single thing and read every single
Unless
detail.
I go through the...
It
things
literally
you
will
could use,
just say unaccountably peckish on there.
Interesting. I see. Okay.
It's game condition. Okay.
Huh. Okay. Whatever. Is there anything else? Can we explore Lustrum a little bit more?
Yeah. I mean,
Come
what
on,
are you
Aja,
looking
you
to?
should come out here.
What
You're
are you
only gonna
looking
be
to
in
explore here? Like, give me a definition here.
Lustrum.
What was briefly a modest, pleasant town on the mutter of mountains now runs on increasingly desperate dreams of riches. Fools sell their futures for the chances to mine years from the mountain's frozen sides. Sharper minds, instead, sell pickaxes, supplies, and the promise of a warm bed at the end of a bitter day's work.
Oh, it's this kind of place.
Yep. Okay.
Pretty much.
Are there any are there any not prospects here, but like people selling, like people trying to get out of here selling things, or
What do you mean?
sales? Are there sales
On
anywhere?
like stuff?
On things, on items? Yeah.
Oh. Well, there's a good amount of random home goods that are being sold from people that are either fed up with the general atmosphere or are miners who have nothing left to sell. So you could get a pretty good deal on things like crockery, just furniture and things that you can keep in the hold. You reckon if you got lucky, you might be able to find some furniture made of bronze wood, but you'd have to get pretty damn lucky there. More realistically, you'll probably be able to get a decent shipment of crockery to send out. If you'd like to.
Does anyone want to go shopping for some crockery? I saw some miners out there selling their last
Get some cheap prices, yeah.
last wares, just to get rent for a few more weeks.
Wait. You want to go mining?
No,
Sorry,
he wants
no.
to
Buy
basically take advantage of the fact that people
buy
are
China from
selling.
people.
Yeah. Or just general furniture and household goods.
Yep.
And then sell it somewhere.
In this, do you mean to resell it here or somewhere else? I mean, perhaps we could get some gain off
Preferably
this.
somewhere else.
Okay. Seems like a prudent business venture.
This doesn't. I don't think you have the best market for home goods here, but
Yeah.
I'm sure in New Winchester they would be, more inclined to pay up for something like this.
Yeah. That seems reasonable to me.
Cool. Let's go shopping.
Okay. So go ahead and roll spot hidden and luck.
Oh, okay. Well, if you had started
Both
with
of us?
rolling luck, then I wouldn't
sure.
have done this.
Well, that doesn't mean that you'll like die or something, or get like knifed or something like that. Jesus.
We can spot the hidden, but we cannot do the luck.
Yes. That does seem to be the consensus.
It's not like failing or succeeding a
Yeah,
check
yeah.
is the be all end all. In Call of Cthulhu, actually, according to like the Keeper's Handbook and stuff, it's supposed to be more so like, if you fail a check, I get to say whatever I want. If you succeed a check, you get to say what you want to have happen, like within reason, right? Like,
Okay.
you spot hidden and you succeed, it's like, okay, I want to find the thing, for example. Like, you get to control the story for a second there. Like, whatever you want, it goes, if you can pass a check, kind of thing. Failing a check doesn't necessarily mean, like, you instantly lose
Never
everything.
realized that.
Yeah, so, let's see here. God, we need to play Moisture Upset, Risk of Rain again.
Oh,
What a
God.
beautiful modification of the game. Okay,
Yes. Modification.
so you find, kind of like walking around near the bar, there are a fair amount of miners that are selling things. It looks like they've dragged, it looks like there's maybe a collective claim or something that has dragged all of their remaining furniture, china, crockery, cups, anything that is not just the most bare bones mess kit made of tin and aluminum, out here to try to liquidate it for a chance at a bit more glory. They're hawking their stuff. Every now and then a miner comes over and buys. I mean, for miners even, this is still a good deal for anyone who still has a slight amount of money to spare for storage or needs a little bit more storage. For these guys, it's their only option left if they want to stay here in Lustrum, that or sell it all and get a train ticket and come home empty-handed and, well, worse than empty-handed, really, in massive debt, most likely.
Debt. That's bad.
That is bad. How much are you charging for these? Fine gentlemen?
Fantastic. My mic cut out. Just what I'm looking for. We'll sell it to you right cheap. Right. 25 sovereigns for a crate full.
That's a deal I can get behind. How many cratefuls do you have? Just the one?
I mean, if I'm eyeballing it here, I mean, you'll probably feel maybe 3 or 4. Yeah.
Okay.
3 or 4.
We can get 4 cratefuls of crockery then.
All right.
4
Fill up
cratefuls.
the ship's hold.
Let's do it.
All right. So you're
Actually, how much space do we have in the hold? Is that like a relevant thing?
It is, but you have your hold is currently pretty much empty. You're gonna have to buy some supplies and stuff too, but that's okay. For now, you're chilling.
With supplies to get back to Winchester and fuel and this, we're gonna be okay. Just
Yeah, you'll be okay.
cool, great.
Okay.
Interesting.
Hold it.
So all of you will lose 1 credit rating if you choose to buy this stuff right here, which is not a very hefty price for the amount of stuff you're getting.
So, bit of a risk. One of our previous purchases in this vein has gone awry, but we've also regained some money.
Yeah.
We gotta stay on that grind set, That's what I always say.
Mm-hmm. You're gambling. You're betting some of your credit rating that you can successfully deliver a shipment of something useful.
I mean,
And-
hours are pretty bloody valuable. We can get beyond this.
These are just crates of nostalgic crockery, so
Oh, I thought we were buying hours.
No.
no.
You wish.
No.
They wish they were selling
I
hours.
can't buy hours.
Yeah, if you want to buy hours, you could.
But these,
I mean,
this is a pretty
where they
good deal
buy
on
the hours,
crockery, I
because zoned
believe.
out. Sorry about that.
That's fine. It's fine.
This seems like a good deal. I don't know how much they normally go for, but
Do you want to roll your appraise?
I would like to. Oh my god.
All right. We'll definitely check that one off because that is a nice skill to have there.
Yep.
Yeah. So you know that they usually go for twice this much at New Winchester, so you can easily make a really nice, really tidy profit right there. 100% extra. Beyond that,
Easy.
if you're real lucky, or if you're feeling real ambitious, you could go to Albion, and there's a lot of demand for that kind of thing out there. A lot more kind of London pride. So they definitely will. There is a chance that there may be some prospects that are looking for crockery out in the Albion region.
Okay.
So there's another reason why you might want to go to Albion.
We now have two things telling us to go to Albion. That
I would
sort
recommend making a log for the record. Like, I don't know how you are currently.
I have a thing in
anything,
notes.
but like having like a
Sure.
quest log is probably useful. Maybe like a pinned message or something.
Okay. Quest notes.
Particularly like based on locations, because that was how like it's in an
Okay.
open world game or an open world like D&D thing. It's kind of useful because then you can be like, oh yeah, we have such and such many things here, and when one place reaches like a critical mass of quest lines.
Yeah,
I say quest lines.
I'm keeping paper notes, but that's kind of just for me to jog my memory. That's kind of hard to share with other people.
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
sorry. What's the other reason to go to Albion?
The relay thing.
Yeah, impounded
check with the
goods.
relay. There's no actual like money in that, but just like some
They'd probably pay
spreading
you
some
something.
common good.
Wait.
Doing the good
What?
work to make the skies a better place. One
Impounded
good
goods
deed at a
in
time. That's what this
Albion?
crew's all about.
Wait,
It's
sorry.
always been our mission.
Mhm.
Repeat
Yeah.
that again. There's a relay in Albion.
There's a relay next to Port Prosper that leads to Albion. And
Okay.
supposedly there's
Oh.
some goods there. Yeah.
Oh, we were gonna go to Albion to sell things, weren't we? Illicit
Yeah.
goods.
Oh,
Okay.
No. Well, maybe.
Wait.
That was an idea, but you decided not to go through with it.
Okay.
And the problem is we don't want to go to Fort Prosper probably because there's like apparently tactics or
Well, supposedly they're gonna do
doing
something. They
stuff
just said
there.
keep an eye on Albion or keep an eye on Port Prosper,
That's fair, but
like
like
indicating they're gonna do something. But
a healthy dose
an
of
eye
caution.
could be. Yeah, like we should I don't know, stay out of public areas or something, but
do we have impounded goods? Sorry, we don't. Do we?
No.
Okay. Okay, I'm just confused about that related to Albion then.
There are goods at Port Prosper. There's a delivery from Albion that is currently supposed to be coming from Port Prosper to Lustrum, and for some reason they haven't gotten it, and they're waiting for it. They say it's important supplies.
Okay.
So we don't have a ton on our quest book right now. I mean, like two of them are related to Albion. And how many days do we have to stay here?
One is
for
related to
the
Blue
captain get
Kingdom.
fixed?
oh, the Blue Kingdom one will just kill us though.
Blue Kingdom one will kill us right now.
Not true. Necessarily.
It
There's at least a
It will.
3% chance you survive.
it will.
At least.
So,
At minimum.
did we write notes on that somewhere? Alright. Trying to remember the name of the guy.
Yeah, that one. That one seems a little greedy. Like, yes, if we did it, we'd probably be set for life. But we would also not, because we would be dead, lost in the darkness of the Blue Kingdom, you know? Like,
Well, actually, it's pretty bright
I'm
out.
just gonna call him Rich Man.
oh, it's pretty bright in the Blue Kingdom?
Yeah, because there's an actual sun, which is not a great thing. It's very rule-bound, and they don't really tell you the rules.
Universal.
It's lethally rule-bound.
I see. Interesting. Wait, and so how long are we stuck here with the captain getting fixed, by the way?
It's his lover, right? Who he wants to bring back.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is who he wants.
I guess we just wait here. We don't have a ton to do, right? Like, I guess on the quest list there's also that, like, haunted house.
Oh, we should do that.
Yes. Okay. I'll write a specific thing for cities then in. I'll write a specific thing for Winchester.
We were not all agreed on the haunted house, but, like, it seems like it would be fine to me.
Also, if we go to the haunted house right now, we can do it for the Halloween episode.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a not canon motivation.
Yeah, but it's a good motivation.
But a motivation.
It's an excellent motivation.
Okay, that's what I currently have.
Close my window. Freezing.
All right.
Okay. Is there anything else that we have that we need to do? I want to visit the circus at some point.
The what?
So that's a personal thing.
You want to visit the circus?
I want to go to the circus. You recover sanity there.
It's true, but you have to fix the circus first.
That's true. There is a circus in the Reach. That's
You did go.
cool.
You did go to that port. You just didn't actually go to the circus. You just picked
Wait.
up supplies, and Aja was intrigued by it, a correspondence sigil.
We're actually stupid. We need to go to the circus. We need to sneak
Wait,
in.
the circus is the place with the nice correspond. Oh wait, no, that's the
That was at the
This is
circus.
the
had
Prosper's
the cool
and-
correspondence sigil,
Yeah,
the warm,
the
comfy one.
Comfy one.
Monkey?
Yeah.
Prospers and Palmers? I don't know.
Pulmere and Plenty's.
Palmer and Plenty's.
Yep.
It started with P's.
It does.
Interesting.
Do we have anything else we need to do? Did we get a thing from Port Prosper?
You were suggested to go to Albion to join the
Did we get
Royal
a
Horological Office.
Okay, that's Albion. Royal Office. Okay. Did we get a quest from the tower? From the people running the belt or clock tower?
Yeah. Well,
We finished that, didn't? That was a prospect.
what?
Did we get a pro? Oh wait, no.
No.
There was. I think you're
the
talking about the
actual
weird
quest.
lady who
Yeah.
was fixing the clock tower, but
I put so much
I think that was
effort
more
into
just-
writing that conversation. How could you tell me you forgot it?
I'm sorry.
I don't remember.
That was like a month ago.
It was the
it
funniest
wasn't
sex
a
one.
month ago.
'cause we-
It was
the
very
funniest
funny.
sex conversation.
I do remember that. That I remember. I will not forget that. I don't remember what she said.
I was distracted.
I was distracted.
Understandable.
There is a gang in Leadbeater and Stainrod. There is a missing rugby I mean, you can just, if you look at notes, there's the newspapers that we, half ignored. And we can, investigate any one of those things if we want.
I I think haunted house is the definably correct play.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, this seems. I mean, we'll be fine. It is one of the higher risk ventures.
But also 600 sovereigns, so...
But also 600 sovereigns. That's like gets set for like a year, right? Like,
I don't think so. We could go
about
through
a
sovereigns
year,
like crazy.
Set you for a while.
yeah.
Sounds like a good time to me.
Okay. It seems like we should go to Albion, to me.
Yeah, we can check that relay, do some common goods, sell off this furniture. Then I guess if we're still feeling up to haunted house shenanigans,
Absolutely. I think you should go there first.
then
Yeah, we should
go...
stop by Winchester. Definitely stop by Winchester. We need to repair a ship. We need to...
The Halloween
Oh yeah, we need scrap metal.
hold. I assume the ship has damage marked on it.
Yes.
I believe it does have some. Yeah, I did the best I could, but everything is running, but in a sort of
You can't be
haphazard
expected
way.
to fix the hole,
I-
of course.
What?
That is fine. You can't be expected to fix the hole in a day.
Yeah, but it's more... I lack specific parts for some machinery,
Pretty much.
so it is running in a perhaps a bit half-baked fashion. I would like something at least factory new, or if we must get used, just at very least parts that are, actually
Actual
being used
parts.
what they're supposed to do. Yes.
Parts that are not scrap metal. Such is the nature of the skies, though. I'm sure we'll be okay.
Yeah, I do
Ships
think
running like
many
this, right?
ships we pass are running worse than us, but does not mean I cannot want better.
Right. Okay. Well, in that case, all right. We're supposed to lose 2 credit rating. I didn't do that.
Yes. please do.
One. It
No,
was,
one.
right?
Yeah,
Number
one. Yeah. One.
Okay, 4. Sorry.
Should be
Okay.
one. What am I saying?
If you want to give one of your credit ratings to me, like, I'll take it.
Crockery in the Lost Throne. Okay, cool. Then we're good. Off to... Oh, wait. We should check back on Hamish, shouldn't we? We can't just, leave him there. Oh, such a pain.
Yeah.
We should really just get another captain.
Presumably,
No, not mutiny.
we can add
Errors
that
of
to
mutiny.
the quest list.
Mutiny. Mutiny. He's muted. There's nothing he can do.
Yeah.
Mutiny. Mutiny.
Mutant.
Mutant.
Get rats? Wait, why are we getting rats?
Mutiny?
Because they're cool and they're cute.
You want the rat brigade?
Also,
I want
wait.
The Rat Brigade.
I love
Ideally, yeah. While we're in Winchester getting repairs, we should. I wonder if there's pest control. Because I'm not
even
gonna
have
lie,
a-
there's probably more worms somewhere on the ship. I
I'm sure
don't
that's something you
think
can
they're
save an
just
extra
gone.
Rat Brigade are engineers, so we can actually replace Aja with the Rat Brigade.
Yeah, that's got to be a. I don't know
I
if
guess
that's
we
gonna be
could
a
add
popular one for Aja.
Well,
I
it'd
guess we
still be
can
the
add it
first
as a
mate.
general reach goal, mutiny.
Would you?
Mutiny.
What use would they have for you then? You really believe that?
Well, doing first mate things.
You're a fool.
This crew loves me.
Yeah. We could replace you with a princess if we wanted. If you were first mate.
What?
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 What are you
What?
saying? Think about it. Think about it. We're supposed to be a crew. We're supposed to be united in wonderful
Supposed to love each other?
solidarity.
No. No. I hate you. That is common. That is it. Nothing more to it.
Damn.
Okay. I feel like there's more quests that we're missing.
There are absolutely probably. But
I
that's
think
okay.
we're.
Yeah, there's a ton of quests, but I think we filtered through to the ones that are a bit more notable.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I can mention this. I can mention the newspaper thing in here. Okay. Otherwise, I think we're good.
All right. So what's the call here? We can have John play as one of the crewmates for a haunted house thing if you want.
Wait, how long
Yeah.
is the captain going to be more treatment?
It's gonna be a while. It's probably gonna be about a month of like very light, kind of like assisted living sort of things.
Oh.
So we are going to have to probably leave him here.
Who's
Well-
subbing? Then who's substituting for?
You can play any crewmate. You can make a new NPC. You can recruit a new crewmate, quote unquote, and have them be a new thing, just temporary.
I can be Morris again.
Yep, you
Morris
could
is
be Morris. You
funny.
could you could try to
I like
ask
Morris.
around the beggars around here, the peddlers, beggars, prospectors, and say like, hey, like any of you guys want to work on a ship, and then play that as a temporary character, whatever you want.
Yeah. Well,
the fact of the matter
you
is
know
that
what?
Hamish has sustained so many injuries that until he really spends some time out of commission, he's not going to be able to really, recover.
You guys can get a new. You can just pick a new guy, and you like Aiden will describe this new person.
You want me to just?
And
Are
I'll
you
just
sure
have
you
to
don't want to pick
act
the?
Well, I think it's funny if you just like give like a weird character, and I just have to like ad lib something, but it's up to you. Conversely, if you guys don't pick up anyone new, I'll just be Morris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in that case, which one would you prefer?
We might. I mean,
Well, I think the idea of a new just random person is funny to me, but I don't really have any preference either way aside from that.
if you want, you can be someone from Winchester that we pick up. I think our next stop is we're going back to Winchester, then we're going to do the haunted house.
Sure.
So honestly, Keen might have to sit that one out because he will actually just die if he stays in. He will literally go insane.
You
Um,
you can spend some more time recovering some more sanity too.
yeah, I have to do that at a mental facility, though, right? Or mental hospital.
I mean, if you can also perform psychoanalysis on yourself. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so I'll roll my one repeatedly.
Well, it's difficult. All right, listen.
Yeah. Okay.
There's
Sure.
private care. I mean, you can also just stay here in Lustrum, and try to regain some sanity if you wanted to. If you think you can increase any of your skills to above 90, that'd be a pretty good one right there.
Keen can pick up a job in the fields and try and get his spot hidden up.
You
From
want
55 up to 90 over the
to
course of a
train
month.
your spot hidden?
Yeah.
You want to be like
Like
an
I said, up to
avalanche
90,
lookout or
right?
something like that?
Yeah, I mean, he'll be the canary in the coal mine.
Oh, that's interesting.
I know. I think you should just seek professional care in Winchester, because I don't think there's specific professional care here, is there?
There is. There's at least
Okay.
one therapist here. It will cost you though.
Yeah. Does that just get pulled out of my credit rating, or?
I basically just have to check your credit rating, and then you might have to roll. I don't know how high your rating is.
It's 44 right now.
Oh, that's pretty good. So yeah, you could roll your credit rating.
I guess when we're going to check up on Hamish, Keen can go and talk to the therapist and inquire about rates.
Okay. All right, then go ahead and roll your credit rating, and then we can. Where did I get pinged?
Yikes. That's a fail. I'm not spending luck on it.
Okay. Right. Well, I'm not gonna let you push that one. So we can say no, but you can find there's like you can get thrown into an institution if you want.
No. Okay. Yeah, no.
I think not. That's probably.
I'm okay without that.
With an
Maybe not.
institution, there's a 50% chance of success, of improvement, about a 45% chance of no progress, and then only a 5% chance that it gets worse. So.
Over the course of a stay.
No, like,
Yeah,
Gene,
over the course of
you're,
the stay.
You're fine. You're doing just as well as I am, really.
He's like
we just
nervously
said-
twitching.
I mean,
Yeah, you guys should-
realistically, so is odd.
Yeah, you guys should come up with like some kind of symptoms of insanity. To be honest, you could roleplay more. That would probably be cool. It'd be like a cool thing to do.
Would be something cool to pick up.
Think about that. That does sound fun.
Yeah, I guess he needs to start drinking more.
Hey, go to the bar. Do it right now.
He will go to the bar when we're done with this.
All right,
After
and then
he realizes he can afford proper medical care.
sure we can do that, and then maybe next session we can head over to the haunted house and have that little fun
Debacle
Yeah, sure.
happen.
So we'll head over to the Hanged Man pub. Irritable miners jockey for space by insufficient fireplaces. They pay for the overpriced drinks with their dwindling coin or the lowest quality hours they've found. A few fortunates bear the mark of miner success with the soft baby hands that come from regularly handling unseasoned hours. It's interesting and strange. Your options when it comes to prolonged hour exposure in that realm are typically either having baby hands or having no hands at all, having them turn into a skeleton. But luckily that is not going to be an issue for you. The miners are reasonably pleasant enough folks with many people jockeying around, jostling, filling the tables. There are plenty of prospectors around that you could talk to. I'm sure that you could find at least one person to recruit. Maybe you could.
You were cutting out a little bit.
Cutting out? No.
I realized I was stepping on that. There we go. There are certainly many people who you imagine are tired of this at this point. If you're interested in getting some tackety, I don't know, some tackety pride in there, you could try to maybe stir something up. Probably not Windward Company pride. You can't imagine that would be good. Or if maybe you're just looking for a little bit of a nicer pride, you could buy a round of drinks for everyone. I wish I had like what's it called? The Iron Republic's song here. That's a pleasant one. Let's see, do I have any remotely pleasant songs? No, I don't. There's no such thing as pleasant stuff in Sunless Skies. That's all right. Go with the old classic. All right. So you just looking to get down dirty, drink some beers, talk to the strange man in the corner. What are you looking to do here? Maybe recruit another crew member.
Yeah, you guys should pick someone.
You guys should
strange
totally
man in the
recruit a
corner.
crew member.
You should, yeah.
Strange man, let's talk. Let's have a chat.
Walk
shall
over to
we?
the. Okay, so you approach the figure in the corner after getting some overpriced beer from the bartender. It sits wrapped in a dusty, disintegrating shroud, nursing a flagon that never goes to where its lips presumably are. And The cloaked figure beckons to you as you approach. Let me... Bam. That is not... That is a disingenuous description. That's just cruel. Give me a second here. Bam, choose file. Bam. Mysterious figure. Bam, bam, boom. There you go. The cloaked figure beckons to you. Valuables for sale. It wheezes its throat, is kind of throaty and high-pitched. Exchange for buried time, yes? Please? It has kind of unusual relics that it moves its coat and kind of pushes across the table, or a few rusted coins that would barely buy transportation anywhere else. Pennies, really. But there are some trinkets of note. There's a...
What trinkets does he have?
There's a dried chorister's bee's wings, a watchful curio. Nothing too terribly special.
Loud stone curio.
No, watchful curio. Wrong game. There are some things of promise, though. For hours. Trade for hours. Do you have? You have hours. I trade. He pushes some pennies over. I trade. It's literally like he does not have like money to pay. He has literally like no.
Keen is going to look pitifully at him before turning away.
He's in the
like,
dirt.
Before shaking his head and trying to communicate that we do not have anything. We do not have hours. I'm sorry.
Why not? What you in Lustrum? Why you don't have hours?
Skyfarers. Yeah. Passing by.
Looks kind of disappointed. You don't know why this thing needs these hours, or why it's like so desperate for them. It certainly is not providing a good enough deal that you would imagine many people would take it up on it, but...
Interesting.
It's ancient. Probably.
So now we have to follow it when it leaves the bar.
No, it's a bad idea.
I don't know what you're talking about. What'd you say, William?
He said it's probably very ancient.
Looks like it's trying to buy more time.
It nods.
I guess so.
Everything ends. Even law. For everything there's a reckoning. It taps the table a few times. Need help, need hours. Postpone reckoning. Shadows with thistle ropes and broken wings waiting on riverbank to catch final breath. Everything dies, must outlast. We trade, yes? Trade hours. Trade hours now, yes? It moves its arm around the trinkets. Good quality merchandise for small amounts of hours.
You know 12 hours. I'm sorry.
Is any of it? Would all of it be worth an hour? I mean,
You figure if you were somebody with a good eye for the occult, you figure you could probably find something worthwhile in this. Yeah.
okay. Oh, that sucks.
Its size.
I'm sorry, but Keen will go back to the bar and order another drink.
Coping.
Okay.
What a good method to cure your insanity. Just like the captain would tell you to.
Yeah. Following his good his footsteps, you know.
The water of life, some say.
As you sit down at the bar, Keen, a miner sidles up to you. He's got very kind of ruffled hair. He looks like a pretty young guy in theory, but his hands and arms are definitely bearing the marks of a very tough life that he's lived. But he doesn't look quite perfectly right. One of his eyes kind of twitches every now and then, and it's kind of like very sallow on one side. It's similar to the symptoms of a stroke survivor, you'd imagine, with kind of that half of his face being slack-jawed. But he seems very young for having had that kind of condition. Tough life you live here out in Lustrum. But he sidles up and rubs his hands together. And then he'll look at you. So I overheard you saying you're Skyfarers, right? Yeah.
Yes.
That's what you said there, right?
The mouth breather.
Yeah.
That ain't good.
Right. So, what I was thinking. Listen, I'm here in the hours business, right? So, damn, it's hot in here. It is not really very warm in here at all. In fact, you would say that it's actually pretty cold. Anyways, Lustrum is fucking no good for hours. Right, impossible to find. But listen, are you going anywhere else where there might be some? Or
I don't think.
wait, but you listen. Do you do jobs for money?
Yeah.
Well, money can buy hours, right? So, what if I signed on with you? I mean, I'm pretty capable. I can handle myself.
Okay.
I'm
We're looking for a man for it.
Oh, wonderful. Right. Yeah. I mean, I've spent plenty of time independent. He pulls out
You
a
ever
crumpled
manned any
piece
part
of
of the
paper. No, but got plenty of transferable skills. You know what I'm saying here? He pulls out a crumpled piece of paper and rolls it out, and it looks like this is actually like a pretty nice looking resume, but you can't read any of it because of how damaged the paper is. But it looks like once upon a time this was a well formatted, nicely written document, but not anymore. So yeah, man, there's a lot I can do. I picked up a few things in the mining business. I mean, swing a pickaxe pretty well, you know. I don't know. What's the interview process like?
Repairing things?
Sorry, what? What'd you say there?
Do you ever work repairing things?
I mean, plenty. Yeah, things break out all the time here. Yeah, all the time. So, yeah, I'm pretty.
Keen will call Aja over.
Pretty used to that sort of thing.
Is it actually his resume? There's a chance you could have just, I don't know,
Tina's gonna call Aja over and ask him. You need another man? You need another bit of help on the ship repairing anything?
Do I really?
Man here's supposedly
Not
incapable. And we're also gonna be down a man with Hamish gone for the time being, so it might be worthwhile to onboard another guy.
Can I ask him some engineering questions?
Yeah, you could. A technical interview. Ugh.
Oh yeah.
What input do the microcapacitors need in the 4th hour from the jumbo combustionators? Clearly, any
He has no
good
idea.
engine worker would know.
He has no idea. He will just kind of stare at you blankly. Yeah, sorry, my headphones came off for a second. Yeah, he has no idea. No answers. Oh, wait, I can't hear anyone. That's the issue here. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. Now I can. I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. No, I hear you. Are you asking him? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, probably, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't need to be an engineer. I mean, I was thinking more like deckhand or whatever. I mean, whatever you teach me, I'm a fast learner. I can pick it up. I can do bookkeeping. I can handle a cargo, that kind of thing. Yeah, yeah, pretty well. I mean, yeah, I can make myself useful. I'm sure. Yeah. You do not. Not really. I mean, I'm an honest man. I'm pretty good. Don't. Yeah, my name's Ephraim Buchanan. Yeah, it's me. You see, he points at the resume, and it does indeed say that. Yeah, sure. Roll. Let's see here. Yeah, it's gonna need at least a hard success. I would say probably spot hidden, but I'm trying to see if there's a more appropriate skill. Oh, language might be better. Yeah, language. Yeah, language own. It's in the middle. Middle, kind of down. The middle of the middle. It's the top of the languages bar. Would you like to push or luck the roll? And if you are going to, tell me how. Come on. There are ways. All right. Not even gonna try to push it. Yeah, I mean, see, yeah, that's a good thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, see, I'm a very persistent man. That's a transferable skill right there. Don't give up. Yeah, that's me. Drive. Well, actually, I mean, I can't drive. That would probably be a bad idea. See, there you go. There's another one. Honesty. I'm a very honest man. I mean, I think that's allowed to be personal, right? Right? We want to know you better. Yeah. When you get to know each other better. Yeah. Oh, authority. Oh, I can help you with authority. That too. You have run-ins with the law? I can help you with that. Well, no, what? No, I'm not. What? No, he seems like actively repulsed by the idea. Now, look right here in the resume. This line right here. He points. You can't read what he's pointing to. Illegal. Legal assistant. Yes. Well, so sorry about that. Yeah, can't really do much about that now. Yeah, I passed the bar exam. I just couldn't really get work for one reason or another. Yeah, so but I've been working. There's no gap in my resume. Right. So Yeah. Yeah, you can roll psychology. Would you like to push your luck to roll? And how are you going to do that if so? I mean, you can ask him more probing questions. Well, yeah, in Lestrum. Lestrum. Yeah. Well, technically, kind of like is thinking it's sort of complicated. But like, okay, so born in Port Prosper, right? From there, moved over, family went Albion, right? Things didn't go so well. Dad, Parliament, stuff is hard. So he was over there, and then I spent kind of like some time there, and then sometimes I went back to Prosper. My mum went there. Spent some time kind of hopping around, which is kind of the problem because I could like study a lot and get things, but I mean, if I kept moving around, so nobody would hire me. It was kind of a problem. But yeah, I worked for a bit as a legal assistant in Av Horizon. That's the only time that I actually got a lot of the time settled in one place. But they still wouldn't hire me. Something about, like I said, mum and dad when I was a kid. And then once I finally kind of got away, I went to Av Horizon, worked in the offices there. Personal reasons. Yeah, that one's personal. The hours, though, specifically. Yeah. Yeah, you can. We can call that a push. Asking all these probing questions. We'll say the consequences would probably be him being weirded out. Yeah, no, I mean, he seems honest enough. He's weird, and you don't know. There's something up with him for sure. But he doesn't seem like he's trying to scam you. It sounds like he's actually trying to find work. Right, cry. Yes. He's like, ooh. Yeah. I mean, yeah. The office. Yeah. Help with immigrate the detainees there as well. Yeah. You have to remember that the Avid Horizon is also a Sunless Skies thing, and no, it's okay. It is very auspicious as well. It's like if the Avid Horizon gates from Sunless Seas were there, but there was also like a port next to it, or not even a port, like a station that deals with like immigration and prisoners and stuff. Yeah. What do you want to ask? Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, he'll take it. Thanks. I mean, yeah. He kind of like sips on it, very slowly. Thank you. I see. Yeah. Yes, please. Seems to be relieved. All right. No, I mean, yeah, we can call it there. You've hired your new crew member, and you're ready to set sail for a haunted house, huh?